models. See your Colorado GMC dealers. Length of contract limited. Some customers will not qualify. Not available with lease and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 11/3/25.
Consistently delivering context around Colorado's most important stories. With journalism built on accuracy and fairness. Alexandra Lewis, Kyle Clark, Kim Christensen. Experienced and working to earn your trust every weeknight. Plus, a reliable look ahead at the weather from 9 News Weather Impact Team Chief Meteorologist Kathy Sabin. End your day with the team on 9 News at 9 and 10.
If you could design healthcare from scratch, you want to build a system where doctors, pharmacists, and insurers don't work together, don't talk to each other, and don't even share records. You'd imagine something better, where everyone worked together on the same team, and your next doctor visit isn't across town, but often right down the hall. What if a place like this already existed? At Kaiser Permanente, all of your healthcare comes together to keep you healthier and make life easier. Kaiser Permanente, a better idea for healthcare.
We're up all night to get lucky.
Avs faithful, sweaters are on, skates are laced. The Avalanche are ready for tonight's game. Are you? Stay out of the penalty box by choosing aluminum for your favorite beverage. Let's go all in for the Avalanche.
The winning streak is alive.
All in for aluminum. Ball. All in.
Get your gold at Century Casino in October. We're giving away gold coins every weekend in our Gold Days drawings. Plus, rack up the most points in our Gold Days Point Challenge and strike it rich. First place wins a 1-ounce gold coin. Second place, a half-ounce gold coin. And third place, a quarter-ounce gold coin. Enjoy the gold leaves coming up the mountains and the gold coins in your pocket on the way down. Welcome to the Winter Zone at Century Casino. Gambling problem? Call or text 1-800-GAMBLER.
This is your Colorado Avalanche pregame show on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Welcome back to your Avalanche pregame show presented by Ramos Law. It's time right now to hear from the head coach. Coach Bednar's pregame interview is brought to you by Rock Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, your local home comfort specialist. Visit rockheating.com. Rock, bringing comfort home and simplifying your life. Connor.
All right, Berto, thanks very much. You're the head coach of your Colorado Avalanche, Jared Bednar. Avs and Golden Knights for the first time this season. 8-4 is a fun game to watch, and winning makes everything better, doesn't it?
Yeah, it certainly does. They're all not going to be perfect. I liked a lot of the things that we were doing offensively, obviously. Power play was firing on all cylinders, and guys, everyone wanted to shoot it, and we ended up getting 4, so it was nice to get that on track. There was we weren't great versus the Rush in the first period, and then like everything we gave up was dangerous rush chances, and it was most of it wasn't decision making with the puck. It was like commitment to get back above and check the right way. So we addressed that in practice and went through it in practice. The guys were doing a heck of a job in practice yesterday, so hopefully we cured that, because Vegas can be a dangerous rush team, an opportunistic team. Even if they don't get a lot of chances, they capitalize on the ones they get. So we'll have to be really good in that area again tonight. It's a very good team we're playing, and it's 2 teams at the top of their divisions and similar records and similar analytics, and so it's going to come down to execution, and I'm sure special teams tonight will be a factor in the game as well.
Why are they where they are in the standings, and why are you where you are in the standings?
Well, I think both well-rounded teams, deep teams. The underlying numbers on both teams say they're playing the right way and doing the right things, and both teams have superstars that are off to really good starts and putting the puck in the net. And so it's going to be interesting matchups, interesting game, early game, which is kind of nice, a little bit different preparation, but instead of sitting around all day and waiting on it, we're ready to go, so it should be a fun one.
Back-to-back with San Jose tomorrow. You send Jack Chachan down, you call Wyatt Amat up. Solovyov is a possibility today. What's the thinking with Chachan being sent down? Because noticeably good, I thought, in his 2 games up.
Yeah, he really was. Smaller team in Jersey, kind of fits his style, a lot of puck-moving game, high pace in that. Bigger body team today in Vegas that likes to grind and go to the net hard and create chaos at your net front. And I think that's more the strength of Solovia's game. Want to keep Jack playing. Like, we have the ability now to, with him clearing waivers earlier in the year, that we can send him up and down and keep him playing, keep him getting his puck touches. But with Soloviev coming in today, for us, it seems like the better fit for this type of game. He's played well for us when he's been in too, so we're just kind of mixing and matching those guys a little bit depending on our opponent and how we see the matchups playing out.
And lastly, with your goaltenders today, afternoon game, tomorrow afternoon game, it's the Lumberyard. Which one goes today and tomorrow?
Yeah, we're going to go Wedge today, and we'll go Blackwood tomorrow. Blackie's first start of the year. He's backed up last game. He ended up getting a really good practice in yesterday. Just trying to give him as much time as we possibly can. I thought Wedge played really good against Jersey. We kind of hung him out to dry on a couple of those goals. I mean, high skill from Jersey and tic-tac-toe plays where we were missing guys off the missing coverage off the rush more than a few times. He came up with some big saves. They snuck some by him, but he was able to sort of close the door on some of the bigger opportunities that we gave up in that game, which helped guarantee us the win.
Coach, great stuff. Thank you, and good luck today against Vegas.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you.
Head coach of your Colorado Avalanche, Jared Bednar, getting ready for the Golden Knights on Nevada Day, October 31st, 1864, when Nevada became a state.
All right, thank you much, gentlemen. The more you know. Every Tuesday on Altitude Sports Radio 92.5 is an Avs Ticket Tuesday. Tune in on the 20s for keywords to win tickets to future Avs games. This Tuesday, we're giving away tickets to Military Appreciation Night on November 11th when the Avs host the Ducks. That's Tuesdays on the 20s on Altitude Sports Radio 92.5. We'll continue with the Avs pregame show brought to you by Ramos Law after a break on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
This is your Colorado Avalanche pregame show on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Find a career with purpose. We're hiring problem solvers and community partners to serve as future Colorado State Troopers. It's so much more than a job. It's a career you'll love while making a real impact. Visit csp.colorado.gov/employment to learn more or connect with a recruiter. Applications are now open. Visit csp.colorado.gov/employment. csp.colorado.gov/employment.
Colorado football is back, and there's nothing more refreshing than an ice-cold Surfside to enjoy while you cheer on your Buffaloes. It's Chad Brown here. Surfside is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, and 0 bubbles. That's right, no carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. It's not a seltzer, it's Surfside. Official partner of the Colorado Buffaloes. Sold in stadium and at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly.
Where does a journey to wellness begin? Do you start looking for diet ideas? Or searching for exercise plans? Actually, you don't have to look far. Just look to the first 2 letters of the word wellness. We means you don't have to figure it out yourself. It means your hopes and challenges are a perfect match for our knowledge and resources. It means anything you want to achieve, together, we can achieve better. Because wellness begins with we. Intermountain Health. The power of we.
Cold weather is right around the corner. Is your furnace ready? Hey, it's Mosier. Right now at Rock Plumbing, Heating and Air, you can get a fall furnace maintenance done for just $99. Get peace of mind. And a whole home electrical safety evaluation for just $199. That's every outlet, switch, smoke detector, and carbon monoxide detector inspected to make sure your home is safe for the winter months. So get it done today by going to rockheating.com. That's ROCK heating.com. Rock. Bringing comfort home and simplifying your life.
He scores! The Mac Attack is back, Jack!
Your Colorado Avalanche is back on home ice at Ball Arena. Watch Gabriel Landeskog, Nathan McKinnon, Cale Makar, and the rest of the team bring the energy.
Marty Nature's a shot. He scores! It's a Marty party!
Don't miss it. Tickets available now at coloradoavalanche.com.
GMC trucks weren't built overnight. Like every American achievement, they are a result of dedication, and the ambition to always move this country forward. We are professional grade. Well-qualified buyers get 0% APR on 2025 GMC Sierra 1500 models. See your Colorado GMC dealers. Length of contract limited. Some customers will not qualify. Not available with lease and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 11/3/25.
This is your Colorado Avalanche pregame show on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Welcome back to your Avalanche pregame show presented by Ramos Loss, the Avs and the Golden Knights this afternoon. Let's pause for station identification brought to you by Berg.
Hockey lives here.
With a shot turned out and parked wide by Aho. He swings a wraparound.
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
All right, time right now for the injury report brought to you by Ramos Law. Car accident, you need Ramos Law. Medical doctor and attorney, visit ramoslaw.com. For the Avalanche, out today on the injury report, Sam Girard, Logan O'Connor, and Yoel Kiviranta. That is your injury report brought to you by Ramos Law. Car accident, you need Ramos Law. Medical doctor and attorney, visit ramoslaw.com. In the NHL today, there's not really a lot of it going on. There is obviously this afternoon game in Nevada between the Avs and the Knights. And then there's just two games tonight. The New York Islanders are in Washington to face the Capitals, and the Ducks will host the Red Wings. It's a light night because, once again, most of the NHL is playing tomorrow, including the Colorado Avalanche, who will be on the second game of back-to-back when they take on the Sharks in San Jose tomorrow afternoon. We'll continue with your pregame show brought to you by Ramos Law after a timeout on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
This is your Colorado Avalanche pregame show on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. Hey!
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, imported by William Grant & Sons, Inc.
Get your gold at Century Casino in October. We're giving away gold coins every weekend in our Gold Days drawings. Plus, rack up the most points in our Gold Days Point Challenge and strike it rich. First place wins a 1-ounce gold coin. Second place, a half-ounce gold coin. And third place, a quarter-ounce gold coin. Enjoy the gold leaves coming up the mountains and the gold coins in your pocket on the way down. Welcome to the Winter Zone at Century Casino. Gambling problem? Call or text 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, if you're a journeyman electrician in the state of Colorado, I'm sure you're proud of what you do. And you're probably ready to make more money. Be a part of a winning team. Call my friends over at the IBEW Local 68. Guys, you can earn at least $46 an hour plus over $20 an hour in benefits. It's time for you to get paid what you're worth. Call my friends at International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 68 or go online at IBEW68.com to learn more.
If you could design healthcare from scratch, you want to build a system where doctors, pharmacists, and insurers don't work together, don't talk to each other, and don't even share records. You'd imagine something better, where everyone worked together on the same team, and your next doctor visit isn't across town, but often right down the hall. What if a place like this already existed? At Kaiser Permanente, all of your healthcare comes together to keep you healthier and make life easier. Kaiser Permanente. A better idea for healthcare.
Hon, is your new pinball machine in our budget?
KeyBank will meet you in that our money is now our money moment.
Actually, our banker Steve recommended we start a joint checking account for bills and keep our individual accounts for things like, pinball machines.
Did someone say Banker Steve? I was in the neighborhood in case you had any checking account questions.
Steve, you're always there for us. Now, how quickly can we open that account?
Steve, are you seeing this?
For every financial need, we'll meet you in the moment. KeyBank opens doors. KeyBank member FDIC.
Face Off Inside the NHL returns, taking you deeper behind the scenes than ever before. See it all from the star-studded Four Nations Face Off tournament.
Us against the world, boys.
To the adrenaline of the Stanley Cup playoffs.
I'm scared of you guys.
With candid interviews and backstage access, experience the sacrifice, the rivalries, and the determination that define NHL greatness.
Just when I thought last year couldn't be topped, here we are.
A new season of Face-Off inside the NHL. Watch now only on Prime Video.
This is your Colorado Avalanche pregame show on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Welcome back as we wrap up your Avalanche pregame show presented by Ramos Law right before puck drop between the Avs and the Golden Knights there in Vegas. The Avalanche Kid Club is here. Enroll in our free or paid membership options and be a part of the next generation of Avs faithful. Sign up today at coloradoavalanche.com/Kids Club. All right, here's what else is going on in the world of sports. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what Mosier's dressed up. What do you think Mosier's dressed? What is that? Is he Sherlock Holmes? What is I have no idea what Mosier's dressed up as. Is Halloween. Like, I feel like that's one of the key parts of a Halloween costume is knowing what it is. Anyway, okay, here's what else is going on in the world of sports. We have ourselves a World Series game tonight. Matter of fact, it's a must-win for the LA Dodgers as the Blue Jays host the Dodgers in Game 6 as the Toronto Blue Jays have a 3-0 series lead in the World Series. In the NBA, we got a bunch of games because the NBA Cup starts tonight, the NBA Cup group play, including the Nuggets. The Nuggets have a late-night game in Portland against the Trailblazers. They start group play in the NBA Cup as well. We even have a college football top 25 game. It's number 25 Memphis takes on Rice. But it's time right now to get it on. It's the Avs and the Golden Knights puck drop with Conor McGahey next right here on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
It's time.
One shift at a time. Let this go have a good one.
Face Off next.
Have a good game, boys, all right?
On the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Find a career with purpose. We're hiring problem solvers and community partners to serve as future Colorado State Troopers. It's so much more than a job. It's a career you'll love while making a real impact. Visit csp.colorado.gov/employment to learn more or connect with a recruiter. Applications are now open. Visit csp.colorado.gov/employment. csp.colorado.gov/employment.
The only thing better than a cold, crisp, crushable beer? One that's certified carbon neutral, baby. Meet Mountain Time, the beer that makes it easy to look good, feel good, and do good for the planet. That's what we in the biz call a win-win-win. Plus, it's made by New Belgium, right here in our backyard. So I guess that's a win-win-win-win. So cheers to that. Mountain Time Lager, a proud partner of the Colorado Avalanche, and people who like to win-win-win-win while drinking a cold one.
Pacific Office Automation is the one source for all of your business technology. Let us help you create your total office solution with copiers and printers, security systems and cameras, managed IT and cloud services, complete conference room packages, unified communications and telephones, including carrier services, plus temperature sensing kiosks and more. The one source for all your office technology solutions. Go to pacificoffice.com. Pacific Office Automation. Problem solved.
You know you can't watch all your favorite sports without a beer and a brat. Hi, it's Francisco from Rhine House on 14th and Market. Denver sports fans catch all the football, hockey, and basketball at Rhine House. All the action is on 30 big screen TVs. Enjoy House League German brats, house-made pretzels, and dozens of beers from local breweries and all the best German brewers. Rhine House is your home for the home teams. Rhine House, before, during, and after the games at 14th and Market near Ball Arena. Let's go.
Cold weather is right around the corner. Is your furnace ready? Hey, it's Mosier. Right now at Rock Plumbing, Heating, and Air, you can get a fall furnace maintenance done for just $99. Get peace of mind and a whole home electrical safety evaluation for just $199. That's every outlet, switch, smoke detector, and carbon monoxide detector inspected to make sure your home is safe for the winter months. So get it done today by going to rockheating.com. That's ROCK heating.com. Rock, bringing comfort home and simplifying your life.
At 9 News, our Weather Impact team prioritizes alerting you early and often when disruptive weather comes to Colorado. We explain when severe weather will hit, how it will directly affect your life, and deliver information that keeps you prepared. When we experience any weather that impacts or inconveniences you, we'll issue a Weather Impact Day. Be prepared and stay connected during severe weather with your 9 News Weather Impact team.
The Altitude Sports Radio Network welcomes you to Colorado Avalanche hockey. Tuesday, the Avs power play was electrifying. Today, it's a Halloween matinee in Sin City. So, let's crank up the power again, and let's go Avs.
Stretch pass, Colton, all alone, Kelly! They score! One more time, they score! The Mac attack is back. Jack Olofsson! Yeah! The Chapo!
It's Colorado and Vegas. Now, from T-Mobile Arena in Paradise, Nevada, here's the voice of the Avalanche, Connor McGahey.
And power up the power play on the city. I'm Connor McGahey, and this is Colorado Avalanche hockey. Today, the Avs are on the strip to go toe-to-toe with the Golden Knights. The Avalanche offense came alive on Tuesday in Denver. 4 power play goals and 8 total goals defeated the Devils. Those hot sticks need to continue today if Colorado is to take the shine off the Golden Knights. Skyrockets in flight. It's an afternoon delight. Put on your listening sweaters for the Avs and Golden Knights. Force of Nature versus Gilded Medieval Horsemen. Live for your listening pleasure around North America and around the world on the Altitude Sports Radio Network. Avs in burgundy and blue today in Vegas. On Nevada Day, the Golden Knights wear their white jerseys at home. Avs burgundy and blue, left to right. Vegas in white, black, gray, gold, and red. A lot going on there, going the opposite direction. Marty Necas, an extension signed just yesterday to stay with the Avalanche for 8 more seasons. This is hacked off the back of the net. Return to him by McKinnon out in front. Bypassing. Taves now for Cale Makar near circle. Pass back door. One-timer. And Necas right on cue. He shoots and he scores. It's a Marty party. The Avalanche passing it all around the Golden Knights zone. Not even a minute into the first period. Necas gets his 8th goal of the season, and Colorado takes a 1-0 lead. Cale Makar found the seam. He now has 5 assists in his last 2 games. It could not have been more perfect for Marty Necas, waiting for the one-timer. Into an open net, past Carl Lindbaum in his 2nd career NHL start. And with 19:19 to go in the first period, Colorado scores on their first shot on goal. Brock Nelson will take the draw at center ice. And he'll win it back for Josh Manson. Back to the red line, tries to get it deep. Taken back the other way by Vegas. They have a 2-on-1 somehow. Backdoor feed is behind Dorofeev, and down the Chushkin trying to lift it past. Mitch Marner stolen away. Down low, Tomas Hertl. Got loose, backdoor feed, swung on and missed. The Chushkin will recover. The Avs have to get the puck out of the zone this time. They do. Nelson at center ice. Leaves it for Ross Colton. That's broken up by Vegas. Rush chance here. 2-on-2. Marner from Tomas Hertl. Off the skate of Caden Korzak up from the back. Reaching forward isn't Chushkin. Forces it to the point. Lazan sends it towards the net, blocked by Manson. Second line having a tough time getting out of the zone. Another turnover. Manson will keep it himself. Sends it behind the Avalanche goal line for Brent Burns. Finally off the near side boards, and Nichushkin will reel it in. Nichushkin across the blue line, leaves it now for Gabe Landeskog. Landeskog drop pass. Malinsky lets it go. Save made by Lindbaum. And he'll hang on. 18:23 to go in the first. Shots are 2-0 Colorado. They lead 1-0. Today's opening puck drop brought to you by Century Casino. Find the hottest slots and electronic table game action at Century Casino and Hotel. 1 mile from Blackhawk in scenic, walkable Central City. Welcome to the winner's zone. Face off right side of the ice, left side of Lindbaum. Again, 2nd NHL start. Won by the Avalanche. Olofsson a try. That's saved. Landeskog sends it wide of the net. Now he gets it behind the cage. Landeskog gets it for Jack Drury up the near side boards. Malinsky a drive, tipped just wide of a lurking Landeskog. Landeskog still in search of his first goal this season. He scored one that everybody, except probably one person on earth, thought should have counted in Utah. It did not. Strangest goal review we've seen in a long time. As the Avalanche will tip this out towards center ice. Golden Knights send it back in. 17:47 to go in the first. Shots now 3-0 Colorado. Necas is 8th of the season. Stretch pass. Gavin Brindley will tip it deep. 4th line is out there. Turnover Vegas. Brent Burns keeps it in the zone. No, they say it came out. Hard to tell from way up here. Looked like Burns got there in time. You'll see his former team, the San Jose Sharks. Tomorrow, Mackenzie Blackwood will as well. Blackwood backing up Scott Wedgwood here today. And so for tomorrow's matinee, Blackwood will get his first start of this 25-26 season. Face up in the neutral zone. Bardakov will take it. Brindley to his right, and Parker Kelly, who had a goal and an assist. That goal was the game winner versus the Devils on Tuesday. He's to his left. Golden Knights win it. Turned over, though. Bouncing puck in the neutral zone. Reeled back in. Hit thrown by Brindley. Slapped deep by the Golden Knights and Cole Reinhardt, 25-year-old. Down the corner, kick free by Manson. Avs had to dig it out. Bardakov into space behind the Avalanche net for Burns off the near side board. Tipped by Brindley down ice. He took a late hit from Jeremy Lauzon, the former Nashville Predator and Boston Bruin. Stretch pass, Lauzon has it across the Avalanche line. Near side half wall, plays it off the end boards. Only person there is Josh Manson. He'll take it. Thank you very much. Dick handling in his own zone. Now sent it ahead. Lehkonen underneath, believe it or not, has never scored ever versus the Golden Knights. They turn it over. Barbashev shot towards it at McCarr, tied up Brandon Saad. Two former teammates for 50 or so games. Shot off the end boards. Vegas will reel it back in. Near side corner, swing and a miss, Barbashev. And that goes off the boards in front of the Avalanche bench and back into the Vegas zone. McNabb, an original Golden Knight, sends it ahead, swatted at by Lehkonen. Disrupted. Holtz can't get there. Lehkonen back underneath. McKinnon can't get there in time. It's stolen by McNabb. And Vegas enters the zone along the far side, but the Avalanche have a stick in the lane and force them back into Vegas Golden Knight territory. 16-13 to go in the first period. 3-0 are the shots for Colorado. 1-0 are the goals for the Avalanche. Marty Necas. Avs break it up at center. Back for Sam Olinsky. In his own zone, near side, Ross Colton up on the second line. Colton stretches it. It's into the skates, though. Solovyov. That pass has to be in front. Solovyov recovers. Ahead for Val Nichushkin. Backwards now for Malinsky. Sends it ahead looking for a tip. Never got it. Oh, yeah, he did. Colton tipped it, so there's no icing. Vegas, meanwhile, quick start the other way. Mitch Marner just inside the Avalanche line. He'll keep it himself. Lobs it towards the net. That's deflected wide to the corner. Val Nichushkin goes back behind the net for Solovyov. Changes are made on both sides. 15.5 to go in the first period. Necas goal 41 seconds in. That's the fastest goal to start a game by the Avs this season. It was 1:24 also by Necas. Tuesday versus the Devils. Drop pass here. Landeskog. Far side half wall. Landeskog towards the net. Lindbaum the save. And he'll hang on. No rebound with Olofsson lurking. 15-15 to go in the first. 1-0 Colorado. Olofsson coming off his first career 5-point game, including his first career hat trick. Olofsson played here in Vegas last season. 56 games, 15 goals overall, 6 of those in the power play. But again, 3 goals and 2 helpers. 3 of those points, a goal and 2 assists on the man advantage. Avs power play went 4 for 6 versus the Devils. Devils statistically had the league's best penalty kill coming into that hockey game. Got my Merds wixed. Landeskog tries to get around Carlson. No call. Riley Smith, the backhander, and that missed high and wide. Boy, Carlson just tripped up Landeskog, and that allows the puck to stay in the zone. Another shot misses wide on the glove side of Wedgwood. Landeskog backs into McNabb. Puck still not cleared. Hacking and whacking. Vegas gets to it. They played it to the point, but McNabb was down the near side boards. No one was on the back end, and the Cruz is all the way back in front of Carl Lindbaum. Turnover here, Vegas. Good stick here from Bardakov. Brindley for Burns. Toe drag shot. Save made by Lindbaum again. And he'll hang on one more time. This time with 14:23 to go in the first period. Shots 4-0 Colorado B lead. 1-0. Today's Avalanche game brought to you by Ball Corporation. Avalanche Hockey is on the Altitude Sports Radio Network, courtesy of Ball Corporation. All in for the Avs. Aluminum, all in. Face-off won by Vegas. Korzak behind his own net. They send it ahead. Avs have to be leery, though. Vegas already has 4 comeback wins of their 6 on the season. 1 in their last 17 have they scored first, Vegas. McKinnon will dig it out of his own zone, leaves it for Burns. Second bite of the apple gets it out to the giant golden circle at center ice. Manson a hit. Shot is over the shoulder of Wedgwood, and that'll clear the zone for Vegas. Avs will switch it up again. So an early goal from Natchez, from McCullough and Devon Taves. So that's Taves' second assist of the season. Below the goal line, out towards center. Touch, that'll roll in on Wedgwood. Pressure coming, so he'll cover it up. Changes can't be made, and breaks can't be taken when it comes from beyond the red line, and the goalkeeper freezes it. So we'll hang on. 13:38 to go in the first period. Technically, the first shot on goal for the Golden Knights comes 6.5 into period 1, down 1-0. Brock Nelson in for the faceoff. Won his first of the period. Here's the second one. Won by the Golden Knights. Tap back to the point. Chance from Theodore. That misses wide. Glove side again. Valanciushkin. He took a hit. Able to get the puck to center. Holtz came over with Akira Schmid from the New Jersey Devils with Paul Cotter and a third-round pick going the other way. Wedgwood plays the puck. Bounces right to Vegas. Tipped in front. Falls for Cale Makar as he looks to stretch it out. Turned it over. Cale Makar fanned on it. Return feed. Eichel. He fumbled it again. Makar knocked him down to the ice. Now a 4-on-2 the other way for Colorado. Ross Colton leads Brock Nelson all the way through. Taves can't knock it down as Vegas works their way back. Now it's a 2-on-2. Taves trying to hack at Eichel. Eichel with it. Drop pass. Save made by Wedgwood. Rebound over the top. Now Brock Nelson. Avs flying through center. Nelson leads it for Olofsson down the near side boards. Throws on the brakes. Olofsson a shot. Stick save made by Lindbaum. Landeskog, far Happel, able to get away from a jam. Landeskog down low, has it fished away by Shea Theodore, and now Riley Smith will kick it to center. Fanning on it as Jack Drury. Smith gets there first. Counted by Solovyov. Solovyov able to steal it, wanted to go backwards. Malinsky was covered. And now William Karlsson will dig it out for Vegas. To the point, shot towards the net, batted down by the Avalanche. Landeskog leaves it for Solovyov. He'll skip it to center. Goes past Zach Whitecloud. And just wanted to bring it ahead. Is Olofsson offside? No, it was kicked back into the Golden Knight zone by Vegas. Puck comes across the blue line again. Arturi Lehkonen goes to war there. Olofsson with the loose puck will send it behind the Vegas net. 8 minutes gone in the first. 1-0 Colorado. Good forecheck here, Natchez. From Lehkonen, now Natchez flying behind the net. Marty Natchez. McKinnon was the recipient. And it was intercepted by Brett Howden. 2-on-2 Vegas the other way. Pad save made by Scott Wedgwood. Slapped behind the net by Keegan Colasar. Lehkonen between the legs pass. Dug out by Marty Natchez. He'll slow in the center ice. Natchez across the blue line. Again trying to get it to Nathan McKinnon. McKinnon double team. It's broken up by the Golden Knights and they'll lay it down the near side board below the goal line in the Avalanche zone. Burns and Manson both below the goal line. They need forward help. Lehkonen. McKinnon has to go on his forehand. Does. Natchez touches it to center. Josh Manson one-on-one. You don't see that very often. Now Manson will just lay it deep. He was hit twice. The Avs have fresh troops on the ice. 11:11 to go. Make a wish in our first period. 1-0 lead for the Avs. Lindbaum knocks it down. Turnover. Valanciushkin cuts to the middle. Had his pocket picked by Hurdle. Avs work to get it back. There's a drop pass that Vegas gives it back one more time. Malinsky looking ahead. He's got numbers to his left. Malinsky down the right flank. Malinsky all the way over. Nichushkin a shot. That's deflected wide. Brock Nelson was there in the stead of Malinsky. Now the Avalanche have to get back. Chance here is Mitch Marner throws on the brakes. Thrown back door. Nobody home. Dorofeev below the goal line. Underneath. Kick to the point. Another shot through traffic. Save made by Wedgwood. Rebound to the near side boards. Vegas circling here. Valanciushkin can't get to the loose puck behind the zone. It's sent deep. Avs are gassed. They need a break here out in front. Good steal there by Malinsky. Off the boards. Puck will bounce towards center ice. Offside on the Golden Knights. We finally get a whistle and we'll take a timeout. 10:15 to go in the first period. Avalanche 1, Golden Knights 0. This is the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Mark Bernoulli back here in the NHL Tonight studios as we have blown up the the computer. So let me tell you what's going on in the world of sports. Nothing. That's what's going on in the world of sports right now because obviously the Avs And the Vegas Golden Knights are the first team to get going in all of sports world today. But we do have two other NHL games a little bit later tonight, and they look a little something like this. The Washington Capitals will host the New York Islanders. The Capitals come into this game at 6-4-0 on the early going. The Islanders had a tough start to this season, but they have bounced back a little bit here to have a record of 4-5-1. The Detroit Red Wings and the Anaheim Ducks is the late game tonight in the NHL as the 8-3-0 Winged Wheel takes on the Anaheim Ducks at 5-3-1. Over on the NBA scoreboard, it's a fairly busy night, but that's because the NBA Emirates Cup begins, the group stage at least, in the NBA. So we got a lot of games, including the Denver Nuggets tonight. The Nuggets will be in Portland to take on the Trailblazers, as the Nuggets group is fairly net. Matter of fact, the Nuggets NBA Cup group is the toughest group in the NBA this season, at least. They have the Blazers in that group. They also have the Rockets, Spurs, and Warriors in the Nuggets group. So not really ideal for the Denver Nuggets, because that is a nasty group. But they look a little something like this. Hawks at the Pacers, Celtics at the Sixers, the Cavs host the Raptors, Knicks to the Bulls, the Grizz and the Lakers go at it, Jazz and Suns, and the late game tonight is the Pelicans at the Clippers. Let's go ahead and head back to Vegas. Here's Connor McGahey.
Thank you very much. 10:15 to go in the first period. Shots are 6-4. Colorado, they lead 1-0. On a Martin Necas goal. As this is touched by Nathan McKinnon. Icing, as you heard there, is waved off. Linesman Ryan Givenson, Devin Mills. Another steal, Lehkonen. High in the zone. Cale McCarr trying to get away from that high press of the Golden Knights. Necas all the way over. Lehkonen down low. McKinnon returns it to Lehkonen. Shot save made by Lindbaum. And stretching up with the rebound was Necas, who was just a little bit too far behind him. And he couldn't tuck in his second goal of the game. Puck in the neutral zone. Dorothea plays it around Cale McCarr. Now he'll get there first. All the way over to Mitch Marner. Set a Leafs record for a right winger last season. Free agent signing and a big one here in Vegas. Wraparound try. Oh, what a save by Wedgwood on Tomas Hertl. Marner again. Shot towards the net. Blocked by McKinnon. Hands it off for Olofsson. He'll get to center ice. And he'll dump it deep to the Avalanche. Makes some much-needed changes. Another turnover. Backdoor feed. It's Jack Drury for Burns. He lets it go. Tipped on. Save made by Lindbaum. Rebound is there. Marner trying to get it out. Stolen by Drury. Marner from his knees has it taken away by Drury again, and somehow it ricochets to the corner. Landeskog kicks it free. Back up the boards. Olofsson centers it for Drury. Vegas is in the way. Penalty coming up. They call it on the Avalanche. Drury had the stick knocked out of his hands, and the penalty is going to go against Colorado. Drury can't believe it, and frankly, neither can I, but the only person whose opinion matters is Brandon Schrader, and he decides that it's going to be a penalty, I suppose, on Colorado. Here's that decision.
Colorado number 18, Truman and Marner hooking.
I've seen the replay. It's not hooking. And we'll keep it right here as the computer is still being fixed back at the mothership, our Altitude Sports Radio studios in Lone Tree, Colorado. Timeout for the rest of the media world, but we'll keep you informed here. 8:54 to go in the first period. Shots are 9-5. Colorado, they scored on their first goal, or excuse me, the first shot of the hockey game. Good time to remind you that every Tuesday on Altitude Sports Radio 92.5 is an Avs Ticket Tuesday. Tune in on the 20s for keywords to win tickets to future Avs games. So Tuesday we're giving away tickets to Military Appreciation Night, November 11th. Your Avs host the Ducks. It's Tuesdays on the 20s. Altitude Sports Radio 92.5. So the Avs will be shorthanded here coming up momentarily. PK for Colorado has been very, very good, as the power play was getting all the attention, but the Avs killed all three Devils chances in the two-game set, both in Jersey on Sunday, in Denver on Tuesday. They're 22 for 23 That's 95.7% over the last 9 games. They go against a Vegas power play. They went 1 for 4 in Carolina a couple nights ago. Had 5 shots in those 4 opportunities. On the season, Vegas 10 for 37, 27%. That's 9th in the NHL, but they have scored 7 of those 10 here at home. 7 for 19 at T-Mobile Arena. That's 36.8%. That's 3rd in the National Hockey League. So jury will sit for Bennett Brower, air quotes, hooking. And Vegas will get the first power play of the game. Brock Nelson will take the draw. Out there to kill it off with Josh Manson, Val Nichushkin, and Brent Burns. We got 8:54 to go in the first. The Avalanche lead the Golden Knights 1-0 here on Nevada Day in Vegas. Hopefully you get to play a little bit of hooky. At least keep an earbud in. We won't tell the bosses. Well, I don't know what this is, but I hope it ends quickly. Face-off won by the Golden Knights. Avs get their first, and now Val Nichushkin short-handed. Has something here, perhaps. Josh Manson thought he may have had an odd man rush. Val Nichushkin able to get it deep and keep it there. And now it's brought the other way by the NHL's point leader, Jack Eichel. Has it swatted away by Val Nichushkin again. Here he comes, short-handed, trying to get in from Theodore. Backhander save made by Lindbaum, and he turns it aside. Val Nichushkin single-handedly has killed the first. Searches for the penalty time on the scoreboard. It's not there. We'll get that to you in a moment. All that time, and they couldn't figure out how to put the penalty on the board. There we go. 1:20 left. So the first 30 seconds killed off by Val Nichushkin. Meanwhile, Vegas has it back in the zone. Shot is blocked by Lekin, and that one stung, but it goes all the way back to the left of Lindbaum. And here, Carl Lindbaum, I think of Carl Lipbaum from Caddyshack, the poor soul. 7:50 to go in the first period. 56 seconds to go in the Vegas Golden Knights power play. Barbashev, near side boards. Taves harassing Carlson all the way around. Riley Smith is there. Smith gets it back, wants to go to the point. As Ben Hutton holds on to it, blocked by Taves. He works it to the neutral zone. He'll slap it off the near side boards and waste some valuable time. 35 seconds. They go in the man advantage for Vegas. Barbashev tried to center it off a leg. Brindley will track it down. Gavin Brindley for the Avalanche has played both sides of special teams. Second unit power play and now second unit PK. Centering feed intercepted by Kale. And he'll deposit it back behind the net of Lindbaum with 15 seconds to go in the Vegas Golden Knights power play. The PK has been exceptional for the Avalanche so far. 10 seconds left in it. They can't get into the zone. Manson backwards for Burns, and he'll waste some time. He launches it wide and off the stick of Lindbaum. Power play is over. Out comes Drury. The Avalanche have killed it off. Vegas barely got it set up. Had no shots on that power play. 6:45 to go in the first. 1-0 Avalanche. Golden Knights will dump it deep. McKinnon for Manson. He throws on the brakes. Always a heavy forecheck from the Golden Knights. Pass out to center. Dumped back in by the Golden Knights after they steal it away from Nathan McKinnon. Now Burns recycles. Natchez taps it ahead for Arturi Lehkonen across the blue line. Leads it for Natchez. Now Nathan McKinnon passes and escapes. Just a little bit off between Natchez and McKinnon in the early going. Meanwhile, Eichel towards the net. Save made Wedgwood. Rebound is there. Collected by McKinnon in the trapezoid. McKinnon keeps it himself. Leaves it for Taves. Holtz on the forecheck, and now he'll hold back. 14-minute mark of the first period. Shots are 11-6 Avalanche. They lead 1-0. 8th goal of the season from Natchez. Olofsson, meanwhile, on the stretch pass from Sam Malinsky. Olofsson goes on the forecheck. Eichel denied by Malinsky. Sends it off the boards in front of the bench. Taves there, intercepts. Landeskog squeaks around to check. Olofsson lets it go. Fought off by Lindbaum as the rebound careens to the corner. Landeskog has been very noticeable underneath. And up top, Taves couldn't handle it. Malinsky returns it to Taves, and crisis averted. Taves, Landeskog, back for Taves. Through the snow in front of the Avalanche bench. Malinsky, what a move at center. To get around Barbashev's stick, he'll airmail it to the far corner, hacked it by Parker Kelly. Kicked by Vegas, up and barely out of the zone. Brindley forces Tomas Hertl backwards. Drop feed now for Hutton. 5:05 to go in the first. 1-0 Avs Solovyov. Tries to steal it away from Hertl. Hit thrown by Bardakov. Hurdle gets around that. Dorofeev. One-timer Marner. Blocked in front. Rebound is there. Picked free by Solovyov. Golfed by Parker Kelly, and it doesn't make it out of the zone. Vegas stays tight against those far boards. Dorofeev. There's the number 16. That was Mitch Marner's in Toronto. He's 93 here in Vegas. Centering feed broken up by Parker Kelly, and he taps it across the red line. Nice read there by Parker. 2 goals, 2 assists for him in his last 5 games after having no points in the first 5. Hit thrown by Burns on Carlson. Carlson squeaks away. Vegas dangerous in this corner. Saad up top. Lausanne sends it behind the net. Burns got there just ahead of time. Hacked at by Nichushkin. Brock Nelson trying to get it out of the zone. Nichushkin again takes it away. Has his pocket pick. Shot on. Save made by Wedgwood. Rebound sent off the near side window. Again kept in momentarily by Vegas. Worked to center ice by Brock Nelson and Ross Colton. Colton back to his own line for Burns. 4 minutes to go in the first period. 1-0 Colorado. McCarr in between the circles. Turned 27 yesterday. McCarr, head fake. Keeps it himself. Gets away from Brett Howden. Rims it all the way around. Natchez throws on the brakes. Natchez back to the capable hands of Brent Burns. Avs have to tag up. Puck was in the neutral zone. He'll fire it back in. Lindbaum will play it for the Golden Knights. Up and out. Howden backs into the Colorado zone. Brett Howden moved towards the net. Save made by Wedgwood. He got tied against the right post. Manson, meanwhile, has to go vertical. Does. They're going to call this icing. Boy, McNabb had a chance to play the puck and fake like he was going with the other attacker. Wily play. However, abusing the rules by McNabb. It's icing on the Avalanche with John 3:16 to go in the first period. Colorado 1, the Golden Knights nothing. So McKinnon will take this face-off. Two of 3, but this one is won by the Golden Knights. White Clouder shot blocked in front. Manson got to the loose puck, drop feed. Broken up once and twice. Avs will track back. Manson again will lift it free across center. Hutton goes vertical to get it down to the ice. 3 minutes to go in the first. 1-0 Avs. Hutton across center. Avs are changing. Hutton, former Vancouver Canuck, will wrap it all the way around. Waiting is Landeskog. He couldn't get to it. Now it's Hutton near side half wall. Avs scrape it out. That goes off the boards. They hit the glass first. Vegas won a penalty. They won't get it. We'll take a timeout. 2:38 to go in the first in Vegas. Shots are 10-8 Colorado. Marty Natchez has them up 1-0 on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
The only thing better than a cold, crisp, crushable beer? One that's certified carbon neutral, baby. Meet Mountain Time, the beer that makes it easy to look good, feel good, and do good for the planet. That's what we in the biz call a win-win-win. Plus, it's made by New Belgium, right here in our backyard. So I guess that's a win-win-win-win. So cheers to that. Mountain Time Lager, a proud partner of the Colorado Avalanche, and people who like to win-win-win-win while drinking a cold one.
This song doesn't have a name, but if it did, it'd probably be something about togetherness, because it's a collaboration, not between pop stars and producers, but between music therapists and kids. Music therapy is a treatment that doesn't involve medication or needles, and it's been proven to help children manage pain and contribute to faster healing. So it shouldn't surprise you, it's our favorite song. And just one way we partner with you for a life well lived. Intermountain Health, the power of we.
Get your gold at Century Casino in October. We're giving away gold coins every weekend in our Gold Days drawings. Plus, rack up the most points in our Gold Days Point Challenge and strike it rich. First place wins a 1-ounce gold coin. Second place, a half-ounce gold coin. And third place, a quarter-ounce gold coin. Enjoy the gold leaves coming up the mountains and the gold coins in your pocket on the way down. Welcome to the Winter Zone at Century Casino. Gambling problem? Call or text 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's the Avalanche on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
.238 to go in the first period in Vegas. The Avalanche lead the Golden Knights 1-0 with engineer extraordinaire Ray Regal. Chris Mitchell, Mark Bertnoli doing yeoman's work back in our NHL Today studios in Lone Tree. I'm somebody else. It's our pleasure to bring you this first of 3 meetings this season between the Avalanche and Golden Knights around North America and around the world on the Altitude Sports Radio Network. There will be 2 meetings here today and then the 27th of December. And then the lone visit for the Golden Knights to Denver will come in game number 79, close to the end of the season. Eichel against Drury for the faceoff. Left side of the ice, right side of Scott Wedgwood. And Drury wins it. They say he did it improperly. Drury can't catch a break. I don't know what he did wrong there. Only Ryan Gibbons knows. When your centermen don't know what the rules are when it comes to taking faceoffs, that's not a good thing. Players say that all the time. Landeskog instead, usually pretty good. Won by Vegas, but Drury, frustrated, intercepts. Barbashev, 2 hands the stick of Drury. That makes him go off the boards. And they say it's icing. Boy, been a tough start for Kyle Raymond, Brandon Schrader, Ryan Gibbons, and Bevan Mills this afternoon. 2:32 to go in the first period. Shots are 10-8 Avalanche. They lead 1-0. Drury, let's see if he stays face-off circle this time. Taves, McCarr, Landeskog, and Olofsson is your party of 5. Vegas wins this one. McNabb near side point. Fumbled it for a moment, able to get it back. Now that big body of Hurdle going against Drury behind the net. Drury does well to stay with him. Centering feed. Kicked aside by Cale McCarr. Up the boards. Landeskog reaching for it. Can't clear the zone. Able to work back and steal it as Drury makes his way up the middle of the ice. Near side boards Olofsson. Overskated it. Able to get it deep. Vegas there first. Marner underneath. Hit thrown by Colorado. Puck is forced loose by Drury. Down the boards. Landeskog in the corner. Works behind the net. Throws on the break. Centers it. Broken up by Vegas. And with under 2 to go, they'll skate to their own blue line. McNabb lobs it into the Colorado zone. Dorofeyev. One-timer is a knuckle puck by Riley Smith. That's easy for Scott Wedgwood to handle, so he'll stop proceedings with 1:48 to go in the first. Avalanche 1, Golden Knights 0. Today's game brought to you by Kaiser Permanente. With Kaiser Permanente specialists, pharmacists, and more under one roof. Kaiser Permanente, a better idea for healthcare. And faceoff will be the right of Wedgwood, left side of the ice here at T-Mobile Arena in Vegas. Bardakov can't win it. White Cloud near side half wall. His shot is blocked. Burns scratching and scraping far corner. Carlson has puck taken away by Sam Malinsky. Nice little move. Head now for Parker Kelly. Outstretched for Bardakov. Coming off his first NHL goal. Bardakov returns it to Kelly. Back for Bardakov near corner. Up top, Malinsky fakes the shot. Now he lets it go off the skate of Hutton and wide to the corner. Vegas send it back to center over the stick of Malinsky. Now on the forecheck is Brindley. They'll check Korzak. Puck up free. Brindley down low, working with Nathan McKinnon. Vegas clears the zone. Tracking back is Lehkonen. And now it's Brett Howden down low. Power move towards the net. Taves got a stick in there at the last second. Golisar over for Howden. He centers it. Shot wide of the net of Scott Wedgwood. And that was Cole Reinhardt out of nowhere. Reinhardt down low. Taves again. Off the boards. Out to center. Lehkonen knocks it down. Outstretches Natchez. Drop feed for Nathan McKinnon. Top of the far circle. He throws on the brakes again. McKinnon. Puck got away from him. It's unlucky for Nathan McKinnon twice. Vegas has tracked back. Nice play by Brent Burns. Just stood tall the blue line. And now McCarr for Brock Nelson. Leads it. Ross Colton was available. Nelson couldn't get it to him. Burns waiting. He'll get it towards the net. Wide stick side of Lindbaum. 13 seconds to go in the period. Field clearance here is Ross Colton. Hands it off Nichushkin. Over for Nelson to the point. Burns will pinch. Now for Nelson in the corner. 3 seconds left. Can he get it in front? Not sure. No, he kicks it up the far boards. Period 1 is done. Unofficially, shots finished 10-9 Colorado Marty H just scored 41 seconds into the period to make it 1-0 Avalanche after 1. When we come back, Mark Bertinelli and Chris Mitchell will take over in the NHL Today studios with the intermission report, scores and highlights from this game and around the world of sports. We'll also hear from Avalanche defenseman Ilya Solovyov. But after 20 minutes of play at T-Mobile Arena, it's the Avalanche 1 and the Golden Knights nothing. This is the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Colorado Avalanche hockey.
Now McKinnon all the way over for Cale Makar. Takes it back from McKinnon. He lets it go from Middlestat.
That's a goal.
Your Avalanche intermission report is next. Tough, man. On the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Find a career with purpose. We're hiring problem solvers and community partners to serve as future Colorado State Troopers. It's so much more than a job. It's a career you'll love while making a real impact. Visit csp.colorado.gov/employment to learn more or connect with a recruiter. Applications are now open. Visit csp.colorado.gov/employment. csp.colorado.gov/employment.
Face Off Inside the NHL returns, taking you deeper behind the scenes than ever before. See it all from the star-studded Four Nations Face Off tournament.
Us against the world, boys.
To the adrenaline of the Stanley Cup playoffs.
I'm scared of you guys.
With candid interviews and backstage access, experience the sacrifice, the rivalries, and the determination that define NHL greatness.
Just when I thought last year couldn't be topped, here we are.
A new season of Face Off Inside the NHL. Watch now only on Prime Video.
Cold weather is right around the corner. Is your furnace ready? Hey, it's Moj. Right now at Rock Plumbing, Heating and Air, you can get a fall furnace maintenance done for just $99. Get peace of mind. And a whole home electrical safety evaluation for just $199. That's every outlet, switch, smoke detector, and carbon monoxide detector inspected to make sure your home is safe for the winter months. So get it done today by going to rockheating.com. That's ROCK heating.com. Rock, bringing comfort home and simplifying your life.
Winning is a big part of the culture at Rocky Mountain Cancer Centers. Winning the game of life. Their doctors, nurses, technicians, and caregivers work a game plan that keeps you focused on getting better and making progress during your cancer journey. This month, Rocky Mountain Cancer Centers focuses on breast cancer awareness and encourages everyone in your life to get screened. Go to cool105.com for places in the metro area that you can be screened, and visit RockyMountainCancerCenters.com for more information.
That's it, man. That's it, man. No more. No more.
Colorado Avalanche hockey.
I like our start, boys. I love our start.
This is your Avalanche intermission report.
Sharp physically, sharp mentally. We are going to have success.
Avalanche intermission on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
To the NHL Today studios. Along with Chris Mitchell, I'm Mark Bertinelli. We're coming to you live from Lone Tree here in Colorado. And after one period of hockey in Vegas, the Colorado Avalanche lead the Golden Knights by a score of 1-0. Coming up here in your first intermission report, we will tell you about everything else that's happening in the world of sports today. We got a lot of action on this Friday. I mean, none of it's really going on right now, but we do have some fun things happening in the NHL, NBA, Major League Baseball, and college football today. All that is coming up. But first, let's go ahead and listen to the highlights from the first period of this hockey game. Skyrockets in flight. It is an afternoon delight as the Avs take on Vegas in Nevada for Nevada Day, as Halloween is also Nevada Day there in Vegas, where they let all the school kids out of school, and then Vegas has an afternoon hockey game, so those school kids can come and watch the Golden Knights play a little hockey. It's usually a fun day for Vegas. For the Avalanche, this is an afternoon game followed by an afternoon game. They'll be right back at it tomorrow in the afternoon when they take on San Jose and the Sharks in what should be a fun one. And then the Avs actually have a fairly easy schedule this week, which is not something you can usually say in the NHL. They have just one game between tomorrow's game and next Saturday's game, if that makes any sense. So one game in a week. You play San Jose on Saturday, you come home, you host the Tampa Bay Lightning in a big game on Tuesday night, and then you don't play again until Saturday when you travel to Edmonton to take on the Oilers, and then the very next night you'll face Vancouver, but you do have a little bit of time there. That'll be the most time off for the Avs in between games until the holiday break around Christmas, when they have a 4-day break there around Christmas Eve and Christmas. But it is Vegas and Colorado, two of the top teams in the Western Conference, going at it today. And the one goal that was scored in this game came quick. I hope you had your candy corn or whatever you're housing on Halloween, and you were ready for puck drop, because right after puck drop, this happened.
Taves now for Cale Makar near circle. Pass back door. One-timer. And Nate just right on cue. He shoots and he scores. It's a Marty party. The Avalanche passing it all around the Golden Knights zone. Not even a minute into the first period. Nate just gets his 8th goal of the season, and Colorado takes a 1-0 lead.
They just announced his 8-year extension yesterday, and then 41 seconds into the first period, Marty Nachos gets on the board with his 8th of the season, which is just one goal behind Nathan MacKinnon for the team lead, and that would be the tie for the NHL lead in goals scored right now. That one from Natchez. Actually, Natchez from Makar and Taves 41 seconds in, and the Avs with the 1-0 lead after one, as neither team scored the rest of the way. Stats right now, the Avs with 10 shots on goal. The Golden Knights with 9, face-off win percentage. Vegas is winning 69% nice of the draws. The Avs at 31%. And Colorado did not go on the power play in that first period, while Vegas was 0 for 1 with the man advantage. And the Avs have the 1-0 lead. Every Tuesday on Altitude Sports Radio 92.5 is an Avs Ticket Tuesday. Tune in on the 20s for keywords to win tickets to future Avs games. This Tuesday, we're giving away tickets to Military Appreciation Night on November 11th when your Avs host the Ducks. That's Tuesdays on the 20s on Altitude Sports Radio 92.5. Avalanche with the lead after one. We'll continue with your first intermission report after a break on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Marty Natchez, he's got room. He scores! It's a Marty party!
Build your perfect lineup with the Avalanche Hat Trick Plan. Pick getting 3 games at special prices with no fees, including some of the season's biggest matchups. Don't wait. Create your plan now at coloradoavalanche.com/hat-trick. Don't wait. Create your plan now at coloradoavalanche.com/hat-trick.
You already know that I'm a medical doctor and an attorney. Does it make a difference? Consider this. In medicine, you go to a specialist for the best care. And in law, you should as well. At Ramos Law, I bring my experience as an emergency medicine physician into the courtroom. We speak the language of doctors and the language of law. That means better understanding, better advocacy, and better results. Ramos Law. What makes us different makes us better.
GMC trucks weren't built overnight. Like every American achievement, they are a result of dedication and the ambition to always move this country forward. We are professional grade. Well-qualified buyers get 0% APR on 2025 GMC Sierra 1500 models. See your Colorado GMC dealers. Length of contract limited. Some customers will not qualify. Not available with lease and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 11/3/25.
Hey, take a look in the mirror this morning. Guys, you've worked so hard to be a journeyman electrician. I'm sure you're proud of what you do. People tell you that you're one of the best. But your pay and benefits, they don't say that. It's time for you to call my friends over at IBEW Local 68 so you can earn at least $46 per hour, plus over $20 an hour in benefits. Guys, I want you to get paid what you're worth. Call my friends at the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 68, or go online at IBEW68.com to learn more.
Avalanche intermission continues now on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
back to your first intermission report where the Avalanche lead the Golden Knights 1-0 after one period of hockey. Let's head back to Vegas where Connor McGahey is standing by with one of the Avs players. Connor.
All right, Berto, thanks very much. Joined downstairs by Ilya Solovyov. Avs have a 1-0 lead after one. Seemed like a pretty good period of hockey. What did you think?
Yeah, it was pretty good hockey period, and especially for us. The first few minutes, we scored a goal, pretty early goal, and it gave us a good opportunity to play well this period.
Vegas has a very solid forecheck. They're always on you, always pressuring. How difficult is that to deal with?
No, it's not too difficult when all five guys stay connected and help each other. And yeah, you're right. They have a pretty big body on the forward line, but I tell you, if all five connected, it's way easy to break it out of the puck.
Without a doubt. Ilya, thanks for the time. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you very much.
That is Ilya Solovyov. Avs have a 1-0 lead over Vegas after one, Berto, as we send it back to you.
All right, gentlemen, thank you much. Let me tell you what's going on in the world of sports. Actually, before we do that, let me update you on the NHL standings as we pass the 1 month mark, as tomorrow is November 1st in the NHL. Most teams have played 11-12 games so far in their 82-game regular season schedule. Over in the Eastern Conference, leading the way is the Pittsburgh Penguins. The Penguins have the most points in the East and in all of the NHL. That's right. The Penguins are on top of the NHL standings. They have 18 points through 12 games played. The Pens are 8-2-2. Right behind them in the Metro is can you believe that? The Devils ripped off an 8-game winning streak, and they're still not in first place. That's nasty. They did lose 2 in a row after that 8 game. I mean, the Avs beat them, and then San Jose beat them. They're still sitting on 16 points. They have one fewer game played, though, than Pittsburgh. And third place in the Metropolitan is the Carolina Hurricanes. Philly, Washington, and Columbus are 4, 5, and 6, and the New York Rangers are in the number 7 spot. The team that's dead last in the Metro is the Islanders. They have just 9 points on the season. Over in the Atlantic, the Detroit Red Wings and the Montreal Canadiens tied at 16 points apiece. Both those teams are 8-3-0 to start the season. Ottawa's right behind them with 13 points. Tampa Bay with 12. Boston with 12. Florida with 11. Buffalo with 11. And Toronto with 11. That division is going to be fairly nasty. It's a lot like the Central over in the West. Speaking of the West, leading the Western Conference right now is 3 teams, including the Colorado Avalanche. The Avs, the Mammoth, and the Jets. Every single one of those teams is from the Central Division, are leading the Western Conference with 16 points. Each one of those teams have played 11 games so far. Winnipeg and Utah, 8-3-0, while the Avs are 6-1-4 to start the season. Dallas is right behind those 3 teams. The Stars are 4th in the Central with 14. Then comes Chicago with 12, Nashville with 10, and then Minnesota and St. Louis still in single digits when it comes to points, 9 for the Wild and 8 for the Blues. In the Pacific, Vegas leads the Pacific Division with 15 points. The LA Kings right behind them with 14. Then the Seattle Kraken with 13, Edmonton with 13, Vancouver with 12, Anaheim with 11. Although Seattle, of all the teams, for some reason, of all the teams in the NHL, Seattle and Anaheim have played the fewest games, as Anaheim has just 9 games played on the season, and Seattle's sitting there with 10. All right, so that's what the standings look like right now. The games in the NHL later tonight, there's 2 of them, as we have just a massive slate of games tomorrow. The Capitals host the Islanders in Washington, and the Red Wings are at the Anaheim Ducks. In Major League Baseball, we've got a fairly big game tonight. Matter of fact, a team can win the World Series this evening. If the Toronto Blue Jays beat the LA Dodgers, the Blue Jays will be world champions, as they lead the best-of-7 series 3-2. The LA Dodgers must win this game to force a winner-take-all Game 7, which would go down tomorrow. In the NBA, we got a ton of games because today is the start of the NBA Cup, the group stage of the NBA Cup. There's a bunch of games, including the Denver Nuggets. The Nuggets are 3-1. They'll be in Portland to take on the 3-2 Blazers in Game 1 of the group stage of the NBA Cup. The Nuggets group is kind of filthy. They got the Trailblazers, but they also have the San Antonio Spurs, the Golden State Warriors, and the Houston Rockets in that group. That's a fairly nasty group. The other NBA Cup games tonight, the Pelicans are at the Clippers, Jazz and the Suns, Lakers and Grizz, Knicks at the Bulls, Raptors and Cavs, Sixers host the Celtics, and the Hawks are at the Pacers. We do have one college football game in the top 25. Number 25, Memphis, will face off with Rice this evening. But in our game, it was Marty Natchez with the lone tally to start this thing, just 41 seconds into the contest, and the Avalanche have a 1-0 lead over the Golden Knights. After one period of hockey, Connor McGahey with the second period coming at you next right here on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Get your gold at Century Casino in October. We're giving away gold coins every weekend in our Gold Days drawings. Plus, rack up the most points in our Gold Days Point Challenge and strike it rich. First place wins a 1-ounce gold coin. Second place, a half-ounce gold coin. And third place, a quarter-ounce gold coin. Enjoy the gold leaves coming up the mountains and the gold coins in your pocket on the way down. Welcome to the Winter Zone at Century Casino. Gambling problem? Call or text 1-800-GAMBLER.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. Hey!
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, imported by William Grant & Sons, Inc.
You know you can't watch all your favorite sports without a beer and a brat. Hi, it's Francisco from Rhine House on 14th and Market. Denver sports fans catch all the football, hockey, and basketball at Rhine House. All the action is on 30 big screen TVs. Enjoy House League German brats, house-made pretzels, and dozens of beers from local breweries and all the best German brewers. Rhine House is your home for the home teams. Rhine House, before, during, and after the games at 14th and Market near Ball Arena. Let's go.
Consistently delivering context around Colorado's most important stories. With journalism built on accuracy and fairness. Alexandra Lewis, Kyle Clark, Kim Christensen. Experienced and working to earn your trust every weeknight. Plus, a reliable look ahead of the weather from 9 News Weather Impact Team Chief Meteorologist Kathy Sabin. End your day with the team on 9 News at 9 and 10.
Colorado Avalanche hockey.
Keep hammering pucks, boys. Keep hammering pucks.
It's time for the second period.
You get opportunity, shoot. Be ready to shoot and unload it. Get your body around it on your forehand.
Here's the voice of the Avalanche, Connor McGahey, on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Start of the second period, T-Mobile Arena in Vegas. The Avalanche lead the Golden Knights by a score of 1-0. Marty Natchez's 8th goal of the season from Cale Makar. Now has 13 helpers. Devon Taves, the other one. That goal came 41 seconds into the hockey game, and that has been it. Cale, by the way, now plus 12. That leads the National Hockey League. A 6-game point streak. 1 goal, 8 assists for 9 points. As we pause 10 seconds for station identification across the vast altitude.
The best hockey lives here.
Back to Rick. Far side shot.
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
Avs get it down low. Shot from Lehkonen as they head right to left here in the second period. Turnover Vegas. Taves a shot. Tipped on. Rebound Lehkonen for Natchez. Back up high. Taves again lets it go. Blocked. Barbashev got around Taves. Barbashev cut off by Cale Makar. Makar steals it away. No problem. Makar bumped by Barbashev, tosses it up the near side boards. Taves in stride. 4-on-3 through center ice. Taves across the blue line. McKinnon all the way back. Natchez going to get 2. He missed the net. Off the inboards. Rebound in front. Save made by Lindbaum, and somehow he sits on it like an egg. Lehkonen paid the price in front as he's being sat on by Jeremy Lauzon. But Devon Taves let it rip 2 or 3 times. It went off the end boards, and Lehkonen stonewalled by Lindbaum. Still hard to believe Lehkonen, 7 points in his career versus Vegas, and now 16 games, but no goals. So Brock Nelson, private eye, will take the face-off and win it off the boards to himself. Nice play. Manson behind the net. Ross Colton trying to get it deep, but hit the linesman. And now that's a free exit for Vegas. Marner, far side corner, hacked at by Burns. Off the wall, kept in by Hurdle. Burns down low on Dorofiev. Dorofiev turns and fires. Glove save made by Wedgwood. He'll hang on to buck 10 into our second period. Still 1-0 Colorado. What do Mountain Time Lager and the Avalanche have in common? They're both cool, crisp, and from Colorado. If you love hockey, then you're going to love Mountain Time. Go grab a case. Game time means Mountain Time. Nelson again on the faceoff. He'll go against Tomas Hurdle. Lehkonen and Colton round out the second line for the Avs. Boots and pants and boots and pants. Boots and pants and boots and pants. Okay, anytime now. Puck is still not down. Both centermen are frustrated, including Mitch Marner. Now Brock Nelson is asked to leave. We're still waiting. Goodness gracious. Nobody wants to see that. Let's just get it underway. Out to center, Avalanche. What a pass. Colton further along for Brock Nelson. Tipped on by Colton. Save made by Lindbaum, and he falls on the rebound. Nice setup play there by Colton, and Brock Nelson. Had it happened about 4 feet earlier into the zone, they would have had a better shooting angle in on Carl Lindbaum. As, meanwhile, look downstairs, Kyle Keefe started the game dressed as a dragon who eats Golden Knights, and now he has switched costumes, and he is now Lord Farquaad. Down the Nichushkin, blocked the exit. Stick came out of his hands. Brock Nelson keeps it in the zone. Off the boards. Nichushkin has his stick back. Able to lean in there. Out in front, it's blocked wide by Vegas. Now Nichushkin, an absolute monster in this game, as this is tipped wide by Ross Colton off the shot from Brent Burns from the bar point. Now Nichushkin again just needs to get more credit as a stingy forward to play against. Avs touch the puck. Linesmen don't see it that way. It's icing on Colorado with 18-13 to go in the second period. Shots are 13-10. Avalanche, they lead 1-0. Face off to the right of Wedgwood. Drury, Nichushkin, Landeskog. As it was sort of a half change made. And again, the puck is dropped. It was won by the Avalanche, but we're going to do it again. Boy. I'll try and leave it alone, but the nitpickiness on the face-offs is exhausting. Avs trying to get it out of their own zone. Drury with it. Hangs on to it. Needs to go vertical. Goes through a gap in the Vegas Golden Knights structure in the neutral zone. Vegas will roll it back in. Stick save made by Wedgwood. Josh Manson. Front of his own net. Manson holding onto the backhand of Landeskog. Across the Vegas Golden Knights line. Landeskog, a pass for Drury, is cut off by Shea Theodore. Now Marner. He'll send it in left to right to Lopiov, our first intermission guest. For Landeskog, blocked by Hurdle. Jack Drury got a stick in there. They're going to call Drury again for a penalty. Let's see what Brandon Schrader has to say this time.
Number 92, 2 minutes, Hokie.
Well, they got Landeskog. It looked like Drury. Landeskog. Boy, that's... I mean, Hurdle, and I kid you not, fell over. It looked like a hook from far away, but there's a huge gap in between Hurdle and Landeskog. That's tough. So the second power play of the hockey game as Parker Kelly, here he comes, shorthanded. Kelly, forehand shot, save made by Lindbaum. That would have been poetic justice. As Landeskog, it's the worst power play announcement in the National Hockey League. Terrible. Landeskog does not deserve to be in the box. Hacked loose by Kelly. He scored on a breakaway on Tuesday in Denver, almost scored on a breakaway there. Avs get the puck, they'll roll it across center ice. 3 minutes gone in the second period. They still lead Vegas 1-0 in Vegas. Theodore all the way over. Tomas Hertl, shadowed by Cale Makar. Clearing attempt blocked. Makar lugs it down. 3-on-2 shorthanded. Here come the Avalanche again. Makar holding. Fanned on the pass. Able to get it back with Parker Kelly disrupting. Centers it for Valnichushkin. Just wasting time as Dorofeev sends it ahead. Jack Eichel 2-on-4 across the Avalanche line. Eichel hounded by Arturi Lehkonen. Burns knocks it aside. Somehow Eichel got it back. Up top for Hutton. Returns it to Eichel. Far side half wall. Eichel far point to the corner. Set up. Barbashev. Passing play in front as get in the way. Fans want a shot, and they're probably right. Burns blocks it. Vegas has it back again. Hutton room to shoot. Doesn't take it. Down low off the end wall. Goes to Lehkonen. Can he get it out of the zone? No. Dorofeev swerves away from danger below the goal line. 29 seconds to go in the power play. Eichel, far side circle. Hutton wants the shot. Eichel hangs on to it down low. Backdoor. Makar broke it up, and he'll clear it for Colorado. It was right there for Barbashev to tap it into a wide open net, but Cale Makar read it like a book. 12 seconds to go in the power play. Vegas brings it ahead. Carlson just across the red line. He'll bank it in. Out of the reach of Sam Malinsky. Wedgwood or Manson. Can't get to it. Poked up and not out. Off the near side boards. Landeskog just released from Hockey Huskow. Brock Nelson. Breakaway. He scores! It's Brock o'clock. His third goal of the season. And almost as the penalty expires on the Avalanche, Brock Nelson gets the stretch pass, and he doubles the lead for the Avalanche. Drury looked up and saw Nelson in the clear. He took it right at the Vegas Golden Knights blue line and then put it home 5-hole on Carl Lindbaum and makes it 2-0 Avs with 15:28 to go in the second period. Nelson, who didn't have any points in an 8-4 win over the Devils on Tuesday versus Vegas. His third goal his last 2 seasons. Avs in the draw here, Manson. Near side half wall. Digs it loose, Nathan McKinnon. On the hop through center ice. Knocked away from him. Foot race with Lazan. McKinnon got to it. Pokes it free with one hand. Hit thrown by Marty Necas. Puck comes loose. McKinnon got a touch to it. It'll stay with the Golden Knights. Olofsson working after it. Malinsky hacks it at near side boards. Manson can't clear. Kolasar down low. Now behind the net. Kolasar out in front. Save made by Wedgwood. It may have been blocked in front as Malinsky picks up the garbage. Malinsky to the red line. Onto the stick of Nathan McKinnon. He holds. McKinnon again tried to go underneath. Fanned on the pass. Seen both him and Makar do that a couple times. Solovyov. Nice defensive play on Reinhart. Golden Knights have it returned to them by Burns. Uh-oh, down low. Save made by Wedgwood. Rebound is there. There's a loose stick. And they're going to call another penalty on the Avalanche. This is 3 on Colorado. And Brent Burns is furious with Kyle Raymond, and I don't blame him. Here's the call.
Colorado number 84 is a 2-minute minor for slashing.
Avs are up 2-0, but the power plays are 3-0 Golden Knights. The rebound was there, and what is he supposed to do? That's how you defend. Just because the stick goes flying doesn't mean it's a penalty. Great defense by Brent Burns. He knows it too. So another power play opportunity for the Golden Knights, who are just getting gifted chances here in the second period. 14:34 to go in it. Drury again is kicked out of the faceoff circle. What in the world? Here comes Parker Kelly. See what he can do. Can't win it. Vegas with it. Marner, bottom of the far circle, wants to center it. Now he scoots to the corner. Working that half wall is Jack Eichel. Theodore back to Eichel. In the circle, down low. Reading it is Cale Makar. Eichel with it again. Nobody says it anymore, so why even bother doing it? Eichel up top, Theodore drive. He missed the net. Avs get to it. Can they clear? Parker Kelly, no. Down to the corner. Dorofeev. Eichel again, one-timer. Blocked out high by Drury, went right back to Shea Theodore. Tomas Hertl, he lets it go. Save made by Wedgwood. Rebound is to Marner. Taves will intercept that, and he'll clear for the Avalanche with 1:18. to go in the power play. 13:47 to go in the second period in Vegas. 2-0 Colorado. Goals from Natchez and Brock Nelson. Michael across the blue line. Drop pass. Theodore again down to the corner. Michael one more time. Out of the reach of Marner. Old Atlantic Division link up there. Eichel in the circle. Theodore working up top. After by Anaheim. Down low Marner. Takes a shot. Save made. Wedgwood. Rebound is rattled out of the zone by the Avs. 40 seconds to go in the Vegas Golden Knights power play. Dorofeev at center ice. Theodore all the way over. Pass for Marner working the near point. Lehkonen overskated it. But it comes right back to him thanks to the work of Sam Malinsky. And again, the Avalanche will clear it down ice with 25 seconds to go in the latest Vegas Golden Knights power play. 20 seconds. You heard it, 20 seconds. Theodore, Riley Smith to the center circle. Smith. Brock Nelson got a stick in there. Goes through the legs of Taves. Cale Makar sweeps it off his shoulder blade. Falls to Colorado. Stretch pass, shorthanded. Here comes Nelson. Off the near wall. Hacks it to the corner. The Avalanche have killed off all 3 power plays for Vegas in this hockey game. The penalty kill has now killed off 12 straight. Carlson off the heel of the stick. White Cloud hacks at it. Taves behind his own net. Reverses course to the far corner. Cale Makar. Rolls up the far boards, pinching his White Cloud. Avs are trying to get it out of the zone now. 12-12 to go in the second period. They lead 2-0. Vegas has it stolen by McKinnon. Quickly ahead now for Parker Kelly. Drop pass from McKinnon. He'll curl back in his own zone. Sends it ahead. Into the path of Marty Natchez. He beat out the icing. I'm standing right here. Wow. Natchez frustrated. He should be. Gibbons was way behind. Natchez was way ahead of the defenseman. And Natchez is getting an explanation from linesman Ryan Gibbons as to why that was not waved off. So icing on the Avalanche, 11:57 to go in the second period. They lead the Golden Knights 2-0. I found Waldo, by the way. Face off, one by McKinnon, back for Cale Makar. Hangs on to it. Now outlets McKinnon. Crosses the Vegas line. McKinnon all the way through. Natchez! Glove save made by Lindbaum. Natchez almost had 2, but almost only counts, and horseshoes and hand grenades will take a timeout. 11:47 to go in the second. Brock Nelson is added to the Avalanche lead. It's 2-0 Colorado on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
GMC trucks weren't built overnight. Like every American achievement, they are a result of dedication and the ambition to always move this country forward. We are professional grade. Well-qualified buyers get 0% APR on 2025 GMC Sierra 1500 models. See your Colorado GMC dealers. Length of contract limited. Some customers will not qualify. Not available with lease and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 11/3/25.
Find a career with purpose. We're hiring problem solvers and community partners to serve as future Colorado State Troopers. It's so much more than a job. It's a career you'll love while making a real impact. Visit csp.colorado.gov/employment to learn more or connect with a recruiter. Applications are now open. Visit csp.colorado.gov/employment. csp.colorado.gov/employment.
This is Todd Frayton's heart. He's begun his wellness journey. This is its sound on a treadmill, at a slight incline, on a stroll through the forest. And this is the heart of Maria Sanchez, his physician. What's it doing here? A lot, actually, because when we partner with you, we don't just offer a strategic plan and status updates. We put our hearts into it, beat for beat. We call it the power of we. Intermountain Health.
You've got the Avalanche on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
7 to go in the second period. T-Mobile Arena in Vegas. The Avalanche lead the Golden Knights 2-0. With engineer extraordinaire Ray Regal, Chris Mitchell, and Mark Bertnolli back in our NHL Today studios. I'm someone of less consequence. It's our pleasure to bring you Avalanche hockey around North America and around the world on the Altitude Sports Radio Network. Vegas will clear. This will be icing on the Golden Knights. 11:39 to go in the second. 2-0 Avs. Want to be notified when more Nordiques jerseys are released? Join the wait list at coloradoavalanche.com/Nordiques. Shipping begins early 2026. You can select which jersey you're most interested in. You pick anybody, including yourself if you want. Face-off won by Vegas incorrectly, apparently. So the clock remains 11:39 to go in the second. A 2-0 Colorado lead. Today's Avalanche game brought to you by your local Colorado Buick GMC dealers. McKinnon on the draw. Wins it back to Makar. Knocks it down out of midair. Makar at the point. Nice crisp pass for Taves. Shot towards the net. Tipped by Lehkonen over the top of Lindbaum. And Al Makar has it poked away by Reinhart. McKinnon tracking back on Kolasar. McKinnon intercepted the centering pass. Boy, if McKinnon doesn't back check there, Kolasar has a wide open chance. Nice play by McKinnon. Taves gets to the red line, sends it left to right. Far side half wall. McKinnon again. Drop feed for Marty Necas. Stolen by Howden. Miscommunication there again. Howden at the hash marks, off the boards. McKinnon able to force it to the point. Shot misses by a mile. Cale Makar in space. Fan on it again. Not sure if the ice is funky or what, but that's 3 fans by McKinnon and Makar each. Necas drop pass at the blue line, read by Smith. Leads it for Carlson. Returns it to Smith. Brock Nelson. On the 31st of Brocktober, scores his 3rd goal of the season. Near side boards, hands out to center. Nelson along the red line, up in the charge is Sam Malinsky. Malinsky a try. Save made. Lindbaum. Rebound is there. Down the Chushkin can't get there. Carlson has it for the Golden Knights right side jersey. Gets to the blue line. Knocked down with a high stick. Kick loose by Riley Smith, and that keeps things going here midway point of the hockey game. This is dumped in. Solovyov will get there first. Left side circle in his own zone. Solovyov. Now for Malinsky. Up the boards in front of the Avalanche bench. Landeskog tried to get it deep. It was blocked. He's able to get it back. Landeskog working and grinding. He was held. Play continues. Holtz gave it right to him. Landeskog was having it back from Malinsky. Now Solovyov looks ahead. Angles it off the near side boards. Tapped deep by Olofsson. McNabb gets there first for the Golden Knights. Behind his own net for Theodore. Returns it to McNabb. He bypasses for Holtz. He'll cross the red line around Burns. He'll wrap it around. Wedgwood will slow it up. Manson up the wall. Olofsson on his forehand for Landeskog at center ice. The Vegas line. He'll shovel it deep. Whitecloud looking over his shoulder. Hit by Jack Drury. Puck is free. Holtz leans into Landeskog. They both go down to the ice. Puck comes loose. Vegas has it. Theodore now for Whitecloud. To the red line. They'll send it along the dasher board, right to left. Bardakov waiting. Fanned on the exit. Kept in by Vegas. Into the skates of Brent Burns. Hacked get away by his former teammate Tomas Hertl. They go into the corner. Habs quick to exit. Stretch pass. Kelly again. Brindley a try. And it's hacked aside by Hutton. It looked like it left the rink. It did. So the whistle blows, and we will take another timeout. 9:04 to go in the second period in Vegas. Shots are 17-13 Avalanche. They lead the Golden Knights 2-0 on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Altitude Sports Radio is the home of your Colorado Avalanche. And every Wednesday morning at 8, we've got the Jared Bednar Show.
It's a goal of ours, win the division, win the conference, kind of set yourself up for your best chance at success in the playoffs. The habits you build and the way you play and the commitment that you play with. Every advantage perceived or real that we can get for ourselves, that's what we want.
The Jared Bednar Show with Altitude Sports Radio 92.5 and Mr. Rooter Plumbing, proudly rooting for Colorado's hockey team.
Avs faithful, aluminum is the MVP of recycling. Every time you choose aluminum, you're scoring big for sustainability. Like a top shelf slapper or a game-winning breakaway, choosing aluminum makes an impact. Whether you're cheering from the stands or enjoying a cold drink during the game, remember that aluminum is your MVP to building a sustainable future. All in for the Avs. All in for aluminum. Ball. All in.
Hun, is your new pinball machine in our budget?
KeyBank will meet you in that our money is now our money moment.
Actually, our banker Steve recommended we start a joint checking account for bills and keep our individual accounts for things like, pinball machines.
Did someone say Banker Steve? I was in the neighborhood, in case you had any checking account questions.
Steve, you're always there for us. Now, how quickly can we open that account?
Steve, are you seeing this?
For every financial need, we'll meet you in the moment. KeyBank opens doors. KeyBank member FDIC.
The Avalanche on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
1:05 to go in the second period. T-Mobile Arena in Vegas. The Avalanche lead the Golden Knights 2-0. Goals from Marty Natchez, his 8th of the season. From Cale Makar and Devon Taves. 41 seconds into the hockey game, and 4:32 here into the second. Nelson from Drury made it 2-0. Bardakov, Brindley, Kelly, Malinsky, Solovyov on the ice for Jared Bednar's squad. Offensive zone draw for the Avs. Bardakov has to leave. Stop if you've heard me say that before. So here comes Kelly to try his luck. Assuming the puck falls down to the ice, it does. And no surprise that Eichel wins it. Turnover, Golden Knights. Back checking is Gavin Brindley. He's hooked and held again. Play continues. Avalanche have not had a power play in this hockey game. White Cloud, as Bardakov interfered with. White Cloud shot towards the net, wide of Wedgwood. Cycle kept alive by Jack Eichel. Ha! Didn't even mean to do that. Far side corner. White Cloud up top. Hutton fakes a one-timer. Dives it to the near side. Backed out of midair. Holtz trying to escape Malinsky. Malinsky leans in front. Holtz throws a check. 7th overall selection by New Jersey, Alexander Holtz. White Cloud again up top. Shot is blocked. Bardakov scoots it to center ice. Bardakov able to get there to his right for Brindley. He's got room. Brindley holding, shooting. Oh, boy. Oh, goodness me. Looked like Brindley took it right in the face, and there's no penalty called. You heard the reaction from Jared Bednar. Brindley, under his own power, goes to the bench. He's hunched over. What in the world is going on? Meanwhile, Lehkonen, far side boards. Lehkonen holding, shooting, and Lindbaum made the save. Taves gets it deep. McKinnon and Marty Natchez again were in the same piece of real estate, broken up by Vegas. Holtz will get to the red line and send it around. Hopefully I can get a look at that last chance on Brindley, but it sure looked like he caught it in the head. Now it's a one-touch pass and a 2-on-1. McKinnon holding. McKinnon a shot. Save made by Lindbaum. Rebound behind the net. Lehkonen was there with McKinnon. Now he has it. McKinnon centering feed broken up by McNabb, and Tomas Hertl will lumber to the neutral zone. Dorofeev off the board, blocked by McKinnon. They go below the goal line. Centering feed broken up by the Avs, hacked at by Marty Natchez, and the puck will go the distance with 7:16 to go in the second period. Colorado 2, and the Golden Knights 0. Wedgwood, Burns, up and out courtesy of Brock Nelson, and the whistle blows. They say that hit something or someone on the Golden Knights bench, but the contact happened in the neutral zone. Brock Nelson complaining to the linesman that should be in the neutral zone instead of in the Avalanche defensive zone. And now linesman Ryan Givens is having to explain to Kyle Raymond why play was stopped. Again, it looked like the contact was made in the neutral zone. If indeed it was, that should be a neutral zone face-off. And I think that's where they're going to move it. So they got together, they talked about it, and they made the right choice. So it will be Howden against Brock Nelson. Just outside the Avalanche line, 7:07. An aircraft, yes, for the amount of time remaining in our second period. Nelson wins the draw. Burns outletted it. As Colton was trying to cheat a little bit. Puck is loose in the Avalanche zone. Borzak gets it deep. Manson has it in his feet. Blasts it off the boards. Out towards center ice again. Pressure applied by the Avalanche. Rainbowed in by the Golden Knights. Glove down by Josh Manson, who stands at 6'3", 218 pounds. Born in Illinois. And now it's Val Nichushkin off the mistake in the neutral zone by Vegas. Nichushkin on his forehand. Centers it. What vision. They get it to Solovyov. Solovyov below the goal line. Nelson run into. Malinsky will pinch. Down to the corner. Sam Malinsky against Jeremy Lazon. 6:20 to go in the period. 2-0 Avs. Comes loose. Nelson in the corner. Returns it to Val Nichushkin. That's blocked. Malinsky keeps it alive. Far side circle. Malinsky backdoor. Solovyov! Save made by Lindbaum as Val Nichushkin blasted off the end boards. A little bit of frustration. Solovyov with a good chance, looking for his first career goal. Ilya Solovyov, 23rd NHL game, 4 previous assists, but no goals yet. 6:09 to go in the second. 2-0 Colorado. Olofsson, Landeskog, Drury out there with Sam Malinsky, who just came off the bench, and Solovyov will stay out there with him. So assuming Drury's allowed to stay, he's only taken 5 faceoffs in this game, which is low for him so far. Again, he's been asked to leave many, 1 for 5, as he go against Carlson. Carlson cheating big time, and Carlson was all the way at the hash marks where Jack Drury was lined up, and he was allowed to stay. Penalty here. I think this is going to be a hold on the Golden Knights. White Cloud shoves Gabe Landeskog in the back of the head. That's not very nice. So the Avalanche finally will go on the Colorado State Patrol power play. Here's Kyle Raymond with that call.
Vegas, number 2, 2 minutes for holding.
Trooper applications are now open. Visit csp.colorado.gov/employment to apply. So 6 minutes on the nose to go in the second period. Colorado up 2-0 and looking to keep the hot streak going on the power play. They went 4 for 6 versus Jersey the other night, had 10 shots. They started the night 30th in the NHL on the power play, and now after that 4 for 6 performance, they're 22nd in the NHL. Amazing what can happen in just one night. McKinnon had 2 of those power play goals. Can't win the faceoff away from Howden. Golden Knights have it, and they cleared back to the Avalanche line where Cale Makar is waiting. Makar, Howden got a touch to it. Natchez scored back in the first period. He'll kick it to his stick off the end wall. PK for the Golden Knights gave up 1 power play goal and the only Carolina opportunity. Here's Val Nichushkin on the stretch pass. Couldn't get a shot away. Now Cale Makar over for Olofsson. 3 power play points for him on Tuesday. Makar, 4 for him against the Devils. Below the goal line, Natchez. McKinnon up top, Makar. Does he take the shot? Nope, keeps it himself. Far side circle, Makar. Up high. Olofsson waiting. Down low now behind the net, Natchez. Nichushkin at the net front. Now Nathan McKinnon near side circle. Down low, Natchez. Spins around the perimeter. And Marty Natchez sends it all the way through over the stick of Olofsson, but he settles it down anyhow. Olofsson played himself into a jam, able to keep it alive, blocked by Vegas. Settles down, now a stretch pass shorthanded. It's the very slow-moving Brandon Saad who has it stolen by Cale Makar. 55 seconds to go in the power play. Makar storming up ice. Makar leads for Nathan McKinnon. High in the zone, McKinnon, the deep slot. Olofsson, far side half wall, down low behind the net, Natchez. Natchez holding. Looking for an option. Still has it inside the circle. Drops it behind it for Nathan McKinnon. As Vegas drops a stick. Makar up top. Couldn't handle the puck. Olofsson below the goal line again. It's Natchez. Returns it to Olofsson. Makar. Snapshot towards the net. Tipped and a save made by Lindholm. He'll hang on. 26 seconds to go in the power play. 4:25 to go in the second period at T-Mobile Arena. Colorado has a 2-0 lead. Today's Avalanche game brought to you by Intermountain Healthcare, helping people live the healthiest lives possible. Nathan McKinnon, 4 power play goals this season. That's second only to Vegas's Pavel Dorofeyev, who has 5. McKinnon will take this draw as Lehkonen joins the top unit. Nelson, Taves, and Landeskog rounded out. McKinnon wins it, but it goes between Landeskog and Taves. Landeskog will go back to Taves with 20 seconds to go in the power play. First one of the afternoon for the Avalanche. Drop feed, Taves, McKinnon. Avs are about to ice the puck. We haven't seen this combination as a second unit very often, but again, Brindley is usually involved here, but I do not believe that he is on the Avalanche bench. Let's see. Yeah, Brindley has gone down the tunnel after what looked like he got hit up high. We'll check on him. Face-off won by the Avalanche. 9 seconds to go in the power play. Taves to the red line. Landeskog down the near boards of the circle. Landeskog behind the net. Power play about to be over. Landeskog into the skates of McKinnon. He recovers. McKinnon gets around the stick check. Gets around 2. McKinnon shot towards the net. It's off his shin pad and wide. So Vegas 0 for 3 on the power play. The Avalanche 0 for 1. Taves gets to the loose puck. Left side circle in his own zone. 3:40 to go in the second period. Again, 2-0 Colorado here on Nevada Day in Nevada. Taves. Colton will tip it deep. On his horse is Parker Kelly. Applying pressure on Shea Theodore. Puck comes free. Colasar to center ice. Dumping it in is Vegas. Retrieving it is Josh Manson off the boards. Turnover down low. Reinhart throws on the brakes, handed it off. And there's another penalty coming to Colorado. For what? I don't know. Here's a shot from distance. Extra skater is out there. Eichel escapes. Eichel towards the net. Save made by Wedgwood, and he hangs on. Calling another slash on the Avalanche. Apparently, Brandon Schrader is. 3:02. They go in the second period. We'll get the penalty, then we'll take a brief break. Here it is.
Colorado number 17, 2 minutes. Flushing.
Allegedly. Easy for me to say. We'll take a timeout. Late in the second, 2-0 Colorado. This is the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more, do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more, do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more, do. Hey!
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, imported by William Grant & Sons, Inc.
Face Off Inside the NHL returns, taking you deeper behind the scenes than ever before. See it all from the star-studded Four Nations Face Off tournament.
Us against the world, boys.
To the adrenaline of the Stanley Cup playoffs.
I'm scared of you guys.
With candid interviews and backstage access, experience the sacrifice, the rivalries, and the determination that define NHL greatness.
Just when I thought last year couldn't be topped, here we are.
A new season of Face Off Inside the NHL. Watch now only on Prime Video.
Pacific Office Automation is the one source for all of your business technology. Let us help you create your total office solution with copiers and printers, security systems and cameras, managed IT and cloud services, complete conference room packages, unified communications and telephones, including carrier services, plus temperature sensing kiosks and more. The one source for all your office technology solutions. Go to pacificoffice.com. Pacific Office Automation. Problem solved.
It's the Avalanche on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Cha-cha, real smooth.
.302 to go in the second period in Vegas. Colorado has a 2-0 lead. Goals from Marty Necas and Brock Nelson. Avs shorthanded for the fourth time this afternoon. As we're back to full strength, had some hobgoblins in the system earlier today. We're back and working like a Swiss car. Face-off won by Vegas, but it split the point men, and this will roll all the way in on Carl Lindbaum in his second NHL game. The goaltender for the Golden Knights. Emerges, left side circle. Okay. Nobody else in the NHL does it like that, just so we know. Back at center ice, here's Dorofeyev. Down the far boards, Hurdle. Taves gets a shoulder in there, tries to clear. Bouncing puck goes right to Eichel. And now it is Hurdle near side circle at the hash marks. Up top, swept by Marner to Eichel. Returns it to Marner. It hops over his stick and it goes back to center ice. 1:15 to go in the power play. 2:15 to go in the second period. 2-0 Avs. Marner to the red line. The blue line. Colors are tough. I'm not even colorblind. Near side half wall. Valanciunas from one knee. Trying to clear it. Hit a body. Goes down to the corner. Eichel is there. Off of Kyle McCarr and it goes right to Hurdle. Now Marner up top. Eichel far circle. He shoots. Save made by Wedgwood. He got that right pad out there in the tada nick of time. And the Avalanche are able to get to the loose puck and send it back into the Vegas end with 46 seconds to go in the power play. 1:45 to go in the second period. Howden available for a pass as Theodore brings it ahead. Tipped in by Barbashev. This one blue. Burns gets to it. Gave it right to Vegas. Barbashev, far side half wall. McNabb, fumble the puck, hounded by Lehkonen, able to return it to Barbashev. Centering feed, Howden kicks it loose, glove save made by Wedgwood. Great Scott! Smell the glove, says he, with 18 seconds to go in the power play. 1:19 to go in the second period. It remains a 2-0 lead for Colorado. Finally, Howden said, I'd had enough, and let a shot go, and Wedgwood snared it. Howden traded to Vegas for a fourth-round pick, and DeSimone with the New York Rangers had a goal in Carolina, has 2 his last 5. You can see why. Nelson, a big draw here with 18 seconds to go in the power play. And it's won by Howden. Theodore gets it back, behind the zone. Shot blocked, rattles to the corner. Manson trying to get there. Howden up top. Riley Smith down low for Howden. Centering feed. Barbashev's shot, it's off his stick and wide. Smith to the point. Power play is over. The Avalanche have killed off all 4, but there's some danger here. One-timer misses. And this will go all the way down ice. Vegas will pick it up, and the Avalanche will get fresh legs, and they need it with 50 seconds to go in the period. Theodore, monitored by Arturi Lehkonen. Riley Smith centers it backdoor. Devon Taves knocks it away from Holtz. Lehkonen waiting, sends it ahead, off a body. Nathan MacKinnon, 2-on-1 developing. MacKinnon, far side circle. Drop pass for Marty Necas, a bouncing puck. As Vegas played the 2-on-1 rather well. Korczak didn't get to the red line, but they say no icing. Now they do. 24 seconds to go in the second period. It was waved off initially, but there is a grace period on the follow-through, getting to the red line on icing, but Korczak was still about 8 feet short. So it's icing on Vegas with 25 seconds to go in the second period. Colorado leading 2-0. MacKinnon will take this draw. He's 8 of 12. If you're into math, that's 66.7%. If you're not, it's 66.7%. He wins this one. 9 of 13. Makar behind the net. MacKinnon. Puck hopped over his stick. Necas to the point and Taves. Holding. Shooting. Stick save. Lindblom. 13 seconds left in the period. Makar off the mistake from the Golden Knights. MacKinnon behind the net. Maybe looking to add one more before the intermission. Centering feed goes through Necas all the way down ice. Wedgwood will guide it aside. 2 seconds. 1. Period 2 is through. It was 1-0 Colorado after 20. It's 2-0 Colorado after 40. When we come back, Mark Bertinoli and Chris Mitchell will take over in the NHL Today studios with the intermission report. Scores and highlights from this game and around the world of sports. Ray Regal and I will have the third period for you live from Vegas in just about 18 minutes time. But after 2 periods of play at T-Mobile Arena, it's the Avalanche 2 and the Golden Knights nothing. We thank you for listening today to the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Colorado Avalanche hockey.
Now MacKinnon all the way over for Cale Makar. Takes it back from MacKinnon. He lets it go from Middlestat.
That's a goal.
Your Avalanche intermission report is next.
Tough men.
On the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
He scores! The Mac Attack is back, Jack!
Your Colorado Avalanche is back on home ice at Ball Arena. Watch Gabriel Landeskog, Nathan MacKinnon, Cale Makar, and the rest of the team bring the energy.
Marty Necas, a shot! He scores! It's a Marty party!
Don't miss it. Tickets available now at ColoradoAvalanche.com.
When you're hurt, your case isn't just about the law. It's about the medicine. I'm Dr. Joseph Ramos, emergency medicine physician and attorney. I know how injuries happen, how they impact your life, and how to prove it in court. Don't let your case be a guessing game. Ramos Law, the only firm led by a medical doctor and attorney. Come experience the doctor-lawyer difference.
Avs faithful, aluminum is the MVP of recycling. Every time you choose aluminum, you're scoring big for sustainability. Like a top-shelf slapper or a game-winning breakaway, choosing aluminum makes an impact. Whether you're cheering from the stands or enjoying a cold drink during the game, remember that aluminum is your MVP to building a sustainable future. All in for the Avs. All in for aluminum. Ball. All in.
Hon, is your new pinball machine in our budget?
KeyBank will meet you in that our money is now our money moment.
Actually, our banker Steve recommended we start a joint checking account for bills and keep our individual accounts for things like pinball machines.
Did someone say Banker Steve? I was in the neighborhood, in case you had any checking account questions.
Steve, you're always there for us. Now, how quickly can we open that account?
Steve, are you seeing this?
For every financial need, we'll meet you in the moment. KeyBank opens doors. KeyBank, member FDIC.
The only thing better than a cold, crisp, crushable beer? One that's certified carbon neutral, baby. Meet Mountain Time, the beer that makes it easy to look good, feel good, and do good for the planet. That's what we in the biz call a win-win-win. Plus, it's made by New Belgium, right here in our backyard. So I guess that's a win-win-win-win. So cheers to that. Mountain Time Lager, a proud partner of the Colorado Avalanche, and people who like to win-win-win-win while drinking a cold one.
That's it, man. That's it, man. No more! No more!
Colorado Avalanche hockey.
I like our start, boys. I love our start.
This is your Avalanche Intermission Report.
Sharp physically, sharp mentally. We are going to have success.
Avalanche Intermission on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
It's brought to you by Intermountain Healthcare, helping people live the healthiest lives possible. Welcome, along with Chris Mitchell. I'm Mark Burton. We're coming to you live from the studios here in the Mile High City, and after 40 minutes of hockey in Sin City, the Avalanche lead the Golden Knights 2-0. Coming up here in your second intermission report, we got a bushel of sporting information, although there's really no other sports going on, but we got a lot of sports later tonight on this Halloween. A couple more games in the NHL, full slate of games in the NBA as the NBA Cup gets it going. We got some college football on this Friday night, including a ranked team going at it. And we do have a game in which a team could win the World Series tonight, as we got Game 6 of the World Series. Blue Jays and Dodgers. If Toronto wins tonight, that thing is over. And we'll take a look at the NHL standings as well. But first, let's go ahead and listen to the highlights from tonight's game. It started early. It started early on Nevada Day as the Avs playing in matinee contest against the Golden Knights. And it was just 41 seconds into this contest when we got the first goal of the game. Yesterday, the Colorado Avalanche announced that Marty Necas had signed an 8-year extension. So Marty Nachos is going to be part of the Burgundy and Blue for a good long while. And then in his very first game, in his very first period, with his very first shot after signing that contract, he did this.
Taves now for Cale Makar near circle. Pass back door. One-timer. And Necas right on cue. He shoots and he scores. It's a Marty party. The Avalanche passing it all around the Golden Knights zone. Not even a minute into the first period. Necas gets his 8th goal of the season, and Colorado takes a 1-0 lead.
Marty Necas from Makar and Taves, 41 seconds into the first period to make it 1-0. Marty now with 8 goals on the season. That is one off the NHL lead held by a handful of players, including Nathan McKinnon at 9, and the Avs had a 1-0 lead after 1 as they kept Vegas off the board. So to the second period we go, and the Avs would score early in the second period as well when Brock Nelson got a break.
Landeskog just released from Hockey Huskow. Brock Nelson, breakaway! He scores! It's Brock o'clock! His 3rd goal of the season, and almost as the penalty expires on the Avalanche, Brock Nelson gets the stretch pass, and he doubles the lead for the Avalanche.
Brock Nelson from Drury at 4:32 of the second period, and the Avalanche with a 2-0 lead over the Golden Knights. After 2 periods of hockey, is Vegas still yet to score in this contest? The stats through 40, the Avs with 20 shots on goal, Vegas with 16, despite all those power plays Vegas got in the second period. Face-off win percentage, 57% for Vegas, 43 for your Colorado Avalanche. And on the power play, the Avs still just at 1 power play. Well, I shouldn't say still just. They had that power play in the second period, but they're just 0 for 1 on the man advantage, while the Golden Knights have had 4 power plays, but Vegas is 0 for 4 on that one. Hit totals, the Avs with 12, Vegas with 10 block shots, the Avs with 14, Vegas with 6, and it's the Colorado Avalanche with the 2-0 lead after 2 periods of hockey. We will continue with your second intermission report after a break on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Altitude Sports Radio loves football, and we've got an NFL doubleheader Sunday, starting with an epic AFC clash Sunday at 2:25 when Mahomes and the Chiefs pay a visit to Allen and the Bills. Then at 6:15,
It's Sunday Night Football.
Jaden Daniels returns to try and stop the Commanders' 3-game losing streak when they welcome Jackson Smith-Njigba and the Seahawks. Stay on top of the NFL all day Sunday with Altitude Sports Radio 92.5.
Find a career with purpose. We're hiring problem solvers and community partners to serve as future Colorado State Troopers. It's so much more than a job. It's a career you'll love while making a real impact. Visit csp.colorado.gov/employment to learn more or connect with a recruiter. Applications are now open. Visit csp.colorado.gov/employment. csp.colorado.gov/employment.
If you could design healthcare from scratch, you want to build a system where doctors, pharmacists, and insurers don't work together, don't talk to each other, and don't even share records. You'd imagine something better, where everyone worked together on the same team, and your next doctor visit isn't across town, but often right down the hall. What if a place like this already existed? At Kaiser Permanente, all of your healthcare comes together to keep you healthier and make life easier. Kaiser Permanente, a better idea for healthcare.
Hey, if you're a journeyman electrician in the state of Colorado, I'm sure you're proud of what you do. And you're probably ready to make more money. Be a part of a winning team. Call my friends over at the IBEW Local 68. Guys, you can earn at least $46 an hour plus over $20 an hour in benefits. It's time for you to get paid what you're worth. Call my friends at International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 68 or go online at IBEW68.com to learn more.
Avalanche intermission continues now on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Second in the NHL from goals from the blue line with 3. Dougie Hamilton leading the NHL right now from the blue line with 4 goals. And, of course, he leads all blue liners in assists with 12. So that's what things are looking like in the NHL statistically right now. As far as the scoreboard goes in the NHL, there are 2 other games tonight. They're both a little bit later. The Capitals will host the Islanders, and the Red Wings are at the Ducks. We had a ton of games last night, and we're going to have a ton of games tomorrow, including the Avs are right back at it. The Avs are in San Jose to take on the Sharks. But some of the late games last night, the Red Wings beat the Kings in a shootout 4-3. The Sharks beat the Devils. Connor was talking about that early in the game. So the Devils went from an 8-game winning streak to losing 2 straight, and one of those was to the Avs, and now they are no longer atop their division anymore just because they get an 8-game winning streak, lose a couple, and you still can't stay atop the division. It's a fairly nasty division. The Penguins beat the Wild 4-1 as the Pittsburgh Penguins are rolling. Penguins have the most points in the NHL right now, but that's basically what's happening in the league with just those 2 games tonight. In Major League Baseball, as I mentioned, we do have Game 6 of the World Series. Now, the Toronto Blue Jays lead the best-of-7 series 3-2. They win tonight. They win the championship. It is over. The Dodgers are looking to force a winner-take-all Game 7 tomorrow there in Toronto. In college football, we got 3 games tonight, including a top 25 clash as number 25 Memphis meets Rice. North Carolina and Syracuse go at it, and Sam Houston and Louisiana Tech. So there's your college football scoreboard for the evening. And in the NBA, we got a whole slate of games because it is the start of the NBA group stage play. No, that's not wrong. The NBA Cup group stage. That's what happens tonight, including the Denver Nuggets. The Nuggets got a late-night game in Portland against the Trailblazers. Nuggets have won 3 straight games. They are 3-1 to start the season. Nikola Jokic has 4 straight triple-doubles to start the season, which ties the NBA record. If Joker gets another triple-double tonight, he will own the NBA record for most triple-doubles to start an NBA season. He is tied with the other 2 triple-double champs in NBA history, Oscar Robertson and Russell Westbrook. The other NBA games coming up tonight here in about, what time is it? Oh, we're just an hour away from tip-off in Indiana where the Pacers take off. Was it the Pacers who won the NBA Cup last year? Was it the Pacers? Or was it the Pacers lost the NBA Cup to the Milwaukee Bucks? The Bucks, yeah, I think it's the Bucks too. I think the Bucks beat the Pacers to win the NBA Cup last December. The NBA Cup championship game is December 16th there in Las Vegas, where the Vegas Golden Knights currently are playing. The Boston Celtics are in Philadelphia to take on the Sixers. Sixers have started season 4-0. The Raptors and the Cavs go at it. The Chicago Bulls, who are also 4-0 to start the season, will host the Knicks in some group play, and the Lakers and the Grizzlies face off in Memphis. The 1-4 Suns host the 2-2 Jazz, and the late game tonight is the 0-4 Pelicans and the 2-2 LA Clippers in some NBA group play. But in our game, the Colorado Avalanche lead the Vegas Golden Knights 2-0 after 2. Connor McGahey with the third period next right here on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
At 9 News, our Weather Impact team prioritizes alerting you early and often when disruptive weather comes to Colorado. We explain when severe weather will hit, how it will directly affect your life, and deliver information that keeps you prepared. When we experience any weather that impacts or inconveniences you, we'll issue a Weather Impact Day. Be prepared and stay connected during severe weather with your 9 News Weather Impact team.
Pacific Office Automation is the one source for all of your business technology. Let us help you create your total office solution with copiers and printers, security systems and cameras, managed IT and cloud services, complete conference room packages, unified communications and telephones, including carrier services, plus temperature sensing kiosks and more. The one source for all your office technology solutions. Go to pacificoffice.com. Pacific Office Automation. Problem solved.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more, do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more, do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more, do. Hey!
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, imported by William Grant & Sons, Inc.
McKinney's got some room. He scores!
Avs faithful, gear up for game day with Altitude Authentics.
Neil McCarr walking the high slot. He lets it go, and he scores! Oh, hail Cale!
Get the best selection and best prices on Avalanche merchandise by shopping in store at Ball Arena Monday to Saturday or online anytime at altitudeauthentics.com.
GMC trucks weren't built overnight. Like every American achievement, they are a result of dedication and the ambition to always move this country forward. We are professional grade. Well-qualified buyers get 0% APR on 2025 GMC Sierra 1500 models. See your Colorado GMC dealers. Length of contract limited. Some customers will not qualify. Not available with lease and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 11/3/25.
Colorado Avalanche hockey.
Who's gonna answer the bell? Come on, boys. We go here, huh?
It's time for the third period.
That goal changes everything here. Gotta get the next one here.
Here's the voice of the Avalanche, Connor McGahey, on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Start of the third period, T-Mobile Arena in Vegas, 2-0 Avalanche over the Golden Knights. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. Brought to you by Bergson.
The biggest names in the game.
Quickly in. Here's Giroux going to the net. Shoots one. He scores!
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
Well, Colorado Avalanche hockey is on AM 950 today. 16 seconds into the third period, Jack Eichel takes a shot. It goes off his stick and into the screen. Faceoff will be in the Avalanche zone again, wearing burgundy and blue today, because the Golden Knights wear white on Nevada Day when it's an afternoon game on a weekday. McKinnon Against Eichel, McKinnon wins it. He's been great from the dot today. McCarr off the window. Natchez knocks it down beautifully. Nathan McKinnon blazing into the zone. His shot doesn't miss by much over the shoulder of Lindbaugh. Lehkonen gets knocked down. McKinnon on the forecheck got in the way of the clearing attempt. Barbashev works it to the neutral zone. Forced backwards, though, by Natchez. And Vegas is forced to wrap it in. McKinnon goes off. Nelson comes on. Couldn't handle the pass from Lehkonen. Meanwhile, Lazon lumbers to the red line. He'll send it in left to right. Floated by Wedgwood. Burns off the bench. McCarr furthers it along the near side wall down to Nichushkin. Fan on the pass ahead. Hurdle forces him backwards. Down Nichushkin behind his own net. Up the far wall. Ross Colton will lift his stick. Nichushkin comes in. Colton backwards. Now for Burns. Now Nichushkin across the red line. 4 Golden Knights around him. Over for Brock Nelson. Now Ross Colton dances in the corner. Puck taken away from him. Hurdle sends it ahead. Manson keeping an eye on Caden Korzak. Hurdle reaches behind him to get it. Shot save made by Wedgwood. Rebound picked up by Burns. Off the forehand. And there's another penalty called on the Avalanche. They're going to call a trip on Brent Burns. A gust of wind took Barbashev down to the ice. No, excuse me, Hurdle. Boy, Avs have been shorthanded 5 times.
2 minutes.
Brandon Schrader with all 5 of those. Trying to see what happened below the goal line. Burns had the puck. That's really tough on Burns. Really tough call. Golden Knights power play 0 for 4 so far. They win the draw here. Marner gets around Parker Kelly. Marner down Broadway. Shot misses the net. Wide stick side of Wedgwood. Eichel back for Marner up top. Shot towards the net. Blocked. And it's behind the cage. Manson whirls it ahead. Short-handed. Parker Kelly available. Manson will just backhand it deep. Jack Drury on the forecheck. One hands it behind the Golden Knights net. No look pass. Eichel in stride. Across the red line. Now into the Colorado zone. Eichel. Another penalty coming up on the Avalanche. Goodness gracious me. They call a hook on Jack Eichel. I don't think I've seen anything like this in years. It has been so one-sided, and I hate to keep hammering it. Taves will glide off. It's a 5-on-3 gifted to the Golden Knights. Here's Schrader again. Eichel went around Taves. We got the stick up a little bit, but the shot had already gone on target. So 5-on-3 for the Golden Knights. First 5-on-3 called on the Avalanche this season. Backdoor feed for Marner. Overstepped it. Cale Makar settles that down. It's off his stick and into the screen. Vegas has one 5-on-3 goal already this year. Avalanche did so the other night. 1:20 to go in it.
Vegas has elected to use their 30-second timeout. Timeout, Vegas.
So Vegas calls a timeout. 2 minutes and 6 seconds into the third period. Trying to get the power play going. It's a 5-on-3. Avs were shorthanded 4 times through 2 periods. Now it's 2 penalties called on them in the first 2 minutes of this third period. So Nolan Pratt down to give some instructions to Cale Makar, Josh Manson, and Brock Nelson. Manson also getting some repairs done by Donnie White on his left skate. Maybe tightening up that blade a little bit. Donnie White, Bryce Blinkhorn, Travis Ward, the equipment staff for the Colorado Avalanche. Wonderful job. Always impressive. Face off, left side of the ice, right side of Scott Wedgwood. Hurdle will take it against Brock Nelson. And it is won by the Golden Knights. Manson is hauled down, and there's a penalty on Vegas. Holding the stick, Manson had a clear path to the puck, and after the timeout taken, Vegas takes a penalty. Here's the call. Dorofeev holding the stick, and that was clear and obvious. So the faceoff will be all the way down ice. It's a 4-on-3 power play for the Golden Knights. Lots of space in this mall. Again, Manson was trying to get to the puck to send it the distance, and Dorofeev held it and then stepped on it with his skate. So 4-on-3 as things open up early here in the third period. 2-0 Colorado. Shots are 20-16 Avalanche. Not the worst thing to have Dorofeev in the penalty box, leading the NHL in power play goals. Face-off won by the Golden Knights. Marner with it, and he'll emerge out of his own zone in front of his bench. Plays it off the boards. Backwards now for Jack Eichel. Eichel centers it for Hurdle up top from Marner. Again, 4-on-3 power play Golden Knights. Eichel, Marner, back for Eichel, one-timer, save made by Wedgwood. Rebound falls down, it's off the glass and into the stands, and somebody will go home today in Nevada with a souvenir frozen vulcanized rubber disc. 53 seconds to go in the 4-on-3 power play. Then it will be 4-on-4 for a minute and 23 seconds, and then barring any other infractions, which don't count on it, it'll be a brief Avalanche power play. They're brought to you by the Colorado State Patrol. Face-off won by the Golden Knights again. Eichel up top to the deep slot. Marner creeping in. Theodore back from Marner. The deep slot. Eichel near side circle. Towards the top. Marner again. Now it's Shea Theodore. Deep slot down low. Stuffing it down. And Hurdle scores. Vegas had been gifted some life here in the third period, and finally Hurdle, who scored 14 power play goals last season to set a Vegas record, gets Vegas on the board with his 5th of the season, with 17:09 to go in the second. Theodore had it at the circle, and then Hurdle just moved it towards the net front and snuck it underneath the right pad of Scott Wedgwood. And yes, the volume's too loud. It is. Nature's backwards for Burns. Right side circle. 4-on-4 hockey now on the strip. Burns keeps it himself. Leaves it for Marty Natchez. Natchez across the red line through all 4 defenders. Nathan McKinnon off the near side wall. Malinsky down low. Malinsky held up by Eichel, able to get the puck deep. There's a broken play as Malinsky knocks the net over. It falls on Lindbaum. Done unintentionally, and it almost went off of Malinsky and in off of the exit play of Vegas. So play stop, 16:42 to go in the third period. Hurdle gets the Golden Knights within 1. So 37 seconds to go in the 4-on-4. McKinnon, Natchez, Burns, Malinsky. For Jared Bednar, McNabb, Eichel, Marner, and Theodore. Top 6 have barely left the ice for Bruce Cassidy in the second half of this game. Face-off won by Vegas this time. One of the few losses for McKinnon at the dot today. McNabb down to center ice, gets to the red line, holds up, now he'll dump it deep. Right to left side of Wedgwood. Malinsky knocked down, play continues, McKinnon whacks it ahead, Natchez will pick it up. Does he have a man ahead? Yes, it's Burns, but that misses. And speaking of misses, so does the pass from Vegas. Icing on the Golden Knights with 14 seconds. They're going 4-on-4 hockey. Any rebroadcast of this game is strictly prohibited without the written consent of the Avalanche or National Hockey League. Bird Simpson Injury Lawyers remind you that when the game is on the line, call 303-790-2525. If you've been injured, contact Bird Simpson. Good lawyers, changing lives. Face off to the right of Lindbaum. Won by Nelson. Cale Makar shot. And that hit something. It goes out of play. It bounces on the top of the net. So we'll do that draw all over again from the exact same spot. 11 seconds to go in the 4-on-4. Today's Habs game brought to you by your local clay goal surrendered by the Avalanche in the last 15 opportunities. Nelson blocks this exit. Now Nichushkin down in the corner. 3 seconds to go in the 4-on-3. Taves about to pop out of the penalty box. Saad overskated it. He was disrupted by Brock Nelson. Vegas is offside, and the Avalanche are on the Colorado State Patrol power play for 13 seconds. Not sure that counts, but it always does. When you're up by 1, Trooper applications are now open. Visit csp.colorado.gov/employment to apply. Third period of Avs hockey brought to you by the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Tullamore Dew. When it's game time, it's Tully time. Drop pass for Natchez. Again, brief power play here. Natchez to his left and Taves. Centers it down the Nichushkin. Cale Makar's got room. McKinnon holding, shooting. Save made by Lindbaum and a good one. Bouncing puck Makar. Takes it back to center ice with Taves. Saad hounding after Taves, who lays it below the goal line. And now it's Makar who looks ahead into the skates of Nichushkin. Nathan McKinnon returns it to Val, blocked by Carlson, and now that goes backwards. Tapped in by Dorofiev. Nice take by Malinsky. Into the path of Landeskog. Trotting through center ice. Gets to the red line. He'll arc it in. Settled down by Lindbaum. Olofsson throws a hit. Now in the corner. The game has really had no flow, and that's because there's been 72 penalties called. 5 minutes gone in the third. Malinsky leaves it. Picked up by Howden to the point. Overstep by Colasar. Drop pass. Back for Howden. Lets it go. In to the paraphernalia of Malinsky. Connects with Drury. Even further back for Landeskog. He'll cross center and send it around left to right. Changes are made. Vegas with it. Drury gets in the way. Olofsson waiting for it to pop loose. Down to the corner. Landeskog still with it. Landeskog has it pinched against the corner board. Centers it. Olofsson off the board. Burns lets it go. Blocked out high. Game just out of the zone, so the Avalanche will retreat. And Ben Hutton will take over. 14:27 to go in the third. 2-1 Avs. Barbashev, yes, you have glass seats, we know. Off the board, guided in by Holtz. Wedgwood will tee it up for Brent Burns. Near side wall, it's Parker Kelly trying to exit the zone. Eichel got in the way. Barbashev at the slot, hands it off. Eichel has it back. Shot tipped in front, and that goes wide out the far glass. Hacked at by Ross Colton as the Avs turn it over again. Oh no, backdoor. What a save made by Wedgwood. Barbashev got the feed from Jack Eichel. Puck will go out of play. We'll take a timeout. 13:56 to go in the third. Hurdle has the Golden Knights on the board, but the Avalanche lead 2-1 in Vegas on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Altitude Sports Radio loves football, and we've got an NFL doubleheader Sunday, starting with an epic AFC clash. Sunday at 2:25, when Mahomes and the Chiefs pay a visit to Allen and the Bills. Then at 6:15,
Sunday Night Football.
Jaden Daniels returns to try and stop the Commanders' 3-game losing streak when they welcome Jackson Smith-Njigba and the Seahawks. Stay on top of the NFL all day Sunday with Altitude Sports Radio 92.5.
Face Off Inside the NHL returns, taking you deeper behind the scenes than ever before. See it all from the star-studded Four Nations Face Off tournament.
Us against the world, boys.
To the adrenaline of the Stanley Cup playoffs.
I'm scared of you guys.
With candid interviews and backstage access, experience the sacrifice, the rivalries, and the determination that define NHL greatness.
Just when I thought last year couldn't be topped, here we are.
A new season of Face Off Inside the NHL. Watch now only on Prime Video.
You know you can't watch all your favorite sports without a beer and a brat. Hi, it's Francisco from Ryan House on 14th and Market. Denver sports fans catch all the football, hockey, and basketball at Ryan House. All the action is on 30 big screen TVs. Enjoy House League German brats, house-made pretzels, and dozens of beers from local breweries and all the best German brewers. Ryan House is your home for the home teams. Ryan House, before, during, and after the games at 14th and Market near Ball Arena. Let's go.
You've got the Avalanche on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
13:56 to go in the third period. T-Mobile Arena in Vegas. The Avalanche have a 2-1 lead over the Golden Knights. Goals from Martin Necas and Brock Nelson with engineer extraordinaire Ray Regal, Chris Mitchell, and Mark Bertinoli working back in our NHL Today studios. Long day for Birdo, as the Nuggets will take on the Trailblazers later tonight. Doing yeoman's work as always. Thanks for listening. As many of you have posted around North America and around the world, the Altitude Sports Radio Network. Face off to the right of Wedgwood, left side of the ice here in Vegas. Won by the Golden Knights. Overstep by Theodore. Picking up where he left off is McNabb. Backhander towards the net. Rolling puck. Wedgwood stretches to keep it out. No whistle. Habs take it loose. Dorofeyev has it. Necas tangled up behind the net with Hurdle. Shot towards the net, deflected straight up in the air. And gloved down by Taves as he hacks at the boards. It hit Nathan McKinnon in the side of the head. Necas with it. Onto the heel of the stick of McKinnon. Icing is waved off. Habs will change. The puck is 200 feet away from their net. Necas trying to steal it. Dorofeyev gets away. Now Malinsky in his own zone. Pressure from Hurdle. Solovyov. Excuse me. His pass intercepted. Dorofeyev. What a pocket pick by Ross Colton. Charges around center. He'll send it in right to left. Far corner. Brock Nelson arrives. Nelson wanted to go back to the point. That's held up behind the net instead. Colton is there. Wanted to get it out front. Down Lechushkin was waiting. Lechushkin 6 career goals versus Vegas. He's back to get it first in his own end. Foul down the near wing. Landeskog out there. He's fresh off the bench. Takes a hit in the corner. Lechushkin with it. Centers it, but it goes right to Vegas. Kolasar with the intercept. Now it's center. Howden down low. Reinhart. Backdoor feed, and Wedgwood knocked it out of midair. But the Avalanche got back to defend the 2-on-1. Now it pops free. Nice play all around by Colorado after surrendering the puck in the neutral zone. Landeskog to the red line. He'll dump it deep with the backhand. White Cloud. Pressured by Olofsson. Pinching is Burns. Down to the corner. That too is blocked. Jack Drury trying to get loose. Olofsson had his stick held. No call. Glove down by Burns at the blue line. Again, it just trickled across. And so he'll hack it deep. Avs will touch up. 8 minutes gone in the third period. 2-1 Colorado. Here comes Vegas. Lazon, left to right, rims it around. Manson waiting, just has to tap it out. Does, through center. Nice little play by Colorado, but they turn it over. Have to get back here. Eichel centers it right to Parker Kelly. Kelly off the near boards, McKinnon. Trying to get free McKinnon. Hacks it ahead. Kelly back for McKinnon. Nice little bounce. McKinnon has it to circle. All the way through Necas. Tees up Josh Manson. Further back. Cale Makar picks it up. Makar off the post. I don't believe it. Left post of Lindbaum for Cale Makar. What a move. He has it again. Top of the near circle. Down low McKinnon. Up top. Necas holding. Back for Makar. Adds on the cycle here for the first time in a while. And it's forced to center by Barbashev. McKinnon touched it, no icing. Puck goes off the back of Lindbaum's net. 11:08 to go in the third period. That was the best look the Avs have had in a while. This is knocked down. Saad. Save made. Rebound. Wedgwood able to cover up. Saad complaining that he got hacked at. The stick is in a couple pieces on the ice. And that's just the composite. That's what happens. 9 minutes gone in the third period. It remains 2-1 Avalanche. Shots are 21-19 Colorado. Early on, Vegas got away from kind of their smothering defensive style, which is not fun to watch. And they've gotten back to it here in the third period. Their only goal is a power play goal from Tomas Hurdle, which they now say came when it was 4-on-4, I think, which I don't believe that. I think it was 4-on-3. Malinsky off the faceoff win across center ice. Wide right, Malinsky. Down low, Sam Malinsky tries to tuck it in with a backhand. Did he score? They say no. Brock Nelson was celebrating from the backside, but apparently Lindbaum was able to close the legs in time and make the stop. But what a try from Sam Malinsky. Would have been one of the goals of the year, to be sure. Malinsky almost banked it off the right leg of Lindbaum and in, but he reached behind him and kept it across the goal line. On the good side, if you're a Vegas fan. Face-off won by the Golden Knights. They have it behind their own net. Right flank, now right up the middle. Shot off the leg of Solovyov into the screen. And the whistle blows. 10:37 to go in the third period. 2-1 Colorado. Faceoffs are 53-47 in favor of the Golden Knights. On comes Landeskog, Olofsson, and Drury with Taves and McCarr. Hurdle will take it against Drury. Hurdle wins it away from Drury. Shot from Theodore, save made Wedgwood. Rebound picked up by Olofsson. It was right there for a tap-in. Vegas couldn't get there. Landeskog reaches in, steals it away. Again, Colorado can't clear the zone. That's been a problem. Hasn't bit them yet. Another chance from afar. McCarr off the boards through center ice. Olofsson reaching, and he gave it right back to Vegas. Dorofeyev. McNabb into the skates of Mitch Marner. Turns ahead, flips it in, avoided a hit from Landeskog. Dorofeyev will get there, golfs it to the far side. Hurdle waiting on his forehand, away from McCarr, working high in the zone. Shot towards the net, intercepted by Necas. He's on the hop. 3-on-2 if he's patient. And now Necas spins down low away from Hurdle. Marty Necas. The drop passes for Burns. Burns scores! Release the hounds! An arse tall, please, for Mr. Burns. His first goal with the Colorado Avalanche comes with 9:49 to go in the third period. He goes sky high on Lindbaum and makes it 3-1 Colorado. Burns in his 30th game ever versus Vegas gets his 5th goal and buys some insurance for the Avs. Necas pirouetted down in the far corner, threw on the brakes, and then the trailer was Burns. Faked the slapper and then put a wrister perfectly atop the glove side of Lindbaum. 3-1 Avalanche. This is hacked into the stands. We get a whistle, and we will take a timeout. 9:45 to go in the third period on the Strip. Burns, his first of the year from Necas, who has 2 points. 3-1 Colorado. This is the Altitude Sports Radio Network. For Marty Necas, he's got room. He scores! It's a Marty party!
Build your perfect lineup with the Avalanche Hat Trick Plan. Pick any 3 games at special prices with no fees, including some of the season's biggest matchups. Don't wait. Create your plan now at coloradoavalanche.com/hat-trick. Don't wait. Create your plan now at coloradoavalanche.com/hat-trick.
Championship teams win with the right playbook. At Ramos Law, we have the most unique playbook in the industry. I'm a medical doctor and attorney. I understand your injuries, how they impact your life, and I know exactly how to explain them in court. That's why our clients have a winning record. Ramos Law, the ultimate playbook for your injury case.
Cold weather is right around the corner. Is your furnace ready? Hey, it's Mosier. Right now at Rock Plumbing, Heating, and Air, you can get a fall furnace maintenance done for just $99. Get peace of mind. And a whole home electrical safety evaluation for just $199. That's every outlet, switch, smoke detector, and carbon monoxide detector inspected to make sure your home is safe for the winter months. So get it done today by going to rockheating.com. That's ROCK heating.com. Rock, bringing comfort home and simplifying your life.
The Avalanche on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
9:45 to go in the third period in Vegas. Brent Burns has his first as an Av. Marty Necas, a spectacular play to set him up. He has 2 points on the afternoon. His first game after an 8-year extension signed yesterday. The Avalanche have a 3-1 lead. Past the halfway mark here of the third period. And engineer extraordinaire Ray Regal. Chris Mitchell, Mark Bertinoli back in our NHL Today studios. I am someone else. And I can speak for them. I say it's our pleasure to bring you Avalanche hockey each and every day or night here on the Altitude Sports Radio Network. every single game, preseason, regular season, and postseason, live on location around North America and around the world. Turnover here, Vegas. Solovyov will pitch, keeps it alive. Bouncing puck. Knocked down out of midair, goes right to Cole Reinhardt. Nathan McKinnon knocks it away. McKinnon, almost got there, but Lindblom came out to steal it away. Near side half wall, Vegas with the puck. Standing on it is Kolasar. At center, poke through, now Malinsky. Leans into Cole Reinhardt. Overskated the puck, Solovyov. Has this go up and out, does. One-touch pass, back for Natchez. 3-on-2 developing for Colorado. Natchez to his left, returns it all the way through for Lehkonen, tipped away at the last second. Trying to hack it loose. Vegas will skate it to the red line. Reinhardt down low. Picked up, and now Solovyov pinches Kolasar against the board. Shot is blocked. Ball's right for Whitecloud. Nichushkin in his way the whole time. Can't get a shot away. Now he lets it go. Tipped. Save made by Wedgwood there for the rebound. He covers it up with his blocker. And now he's dogpiled by Cole Reinhardt, and Sam Malinsky ragdolls him aside. Says, you do not get to do that to the wedge wall, sir. And I'm sure, knowing how nice Sam Malinsky is, he probably added that last part. 8:44 to go in the third. Shots are 23-20 in favor of the Avalanche. They lead 3-1 over the Golden Knights. Colton, Nichushkin, and Nelson out there with Manson and Burns. So Natchez gets his 8th goal of the season in the first, 7th assist of the season here in the third. Face up one by Nelson, back for Burns, off the near side boards, through Val Nichushkin. A little bit of a miscommunication there. It's icing on Colorado. 8:37 to go in the third period. A 2-goal lead. Start of a 6-game homestand for the Golden Knights. They don't play again until Tuesday. They host the Detroit Red Wings. Or Detroit, if you're some people who say it improperly. Avs will be on the way to San Jose after the game today. They'll play the Sharks at the Shark Tank for the only time this season, coming up tomorrow night. This is another misplay. Icing is called on the Avalanche. Ross Colton close in that foot race with Shea Theodore, but it's icing on the Avs. 8.5 to go in the third. 2-goal lead, Colorado. Avs will play Tampa on Tuesday. And then back out on the road for a road back-to-back next weekend at Edmonton, at Vancouver. First look at both of those teams. Face-off won by Colorado. Manson back for Burns. Marner is there. Centering feed blocked. Avs overskate the puck, and it somehow rolls to Val Nichushkin, who gets it to his own line, to the red line. Hacked loose, and now Nichushkin lets it ride. It's deflected to the corner. Whitecloud, right side circle. Now for Ben Hutton. Speaking of Vancouver. Good stick there from Nelson to force it wide. Marner centering feed. Do they score? They say they do. Ow! Am I right next to the goal horn? I have no idea how this puck goes in the net. Oh, it went off of Burns as Marner was just trying to center it. It went off of Burns and deflected over the glove of Scott Wedgwood. Boy, is that unlucky. Marner, who averaged 93 points in his 9 years in Toronto, had 102 last year. That was a Leafs record for a right winger. With Vegas, his first point, or excuse me, he has 0 points in 4 games, and then the other 6, he has exactly 2. That's his 6th goal ever versus the Avalanche, and of course, first with the Golden Knights. So a lucky bounce from Vegas gets them within 1 with 7:59 to go in the third. Face-off at center, won by the Golden Knights. Tip pass intercepted by Jack Drury. Has it stolen. Able to steal it back. Drury across the Vegas line, near side boards. Trying to get it deep. Backwards for Olofsson. Stolen by Vegas. Hacked at by Cale Makar, and the Avalanche will get it deep. Makar with a great stop in the neutral zone. Hutton behind his own net. 7:37. An aircraft, yes. The amount of time remaining in regulation here in Vegas. McCarr, the first one back ahead of Carlson. Out to center. Glove down by Landeskog. Dolls it into the Vegas end. Olsen going off for a change. Drury will stay out there. Barbashev. Got a touch of the puck. This is going to be icing. I'll just wait. I'll wait. 7-11, grab a Slurpee to go in the third period. 3-2 Avalanche over the Golden Knights. Everybody in the league complains about this place, just so everybody knows. The volume doesn't have to be that loud. Loud crowd, good. Loud speakers, bad. Shots all of a sudden are pretty even. Avs have been in the lead the whole time, but there's 6-3 Vegas here in the third. They were 10-9, Colorado after one. And then it was 10-7 in the second period. Vegas out of their own zone. At center ice, Natchez is back to help to try and defend Eichel. Off the boards, that misses. Wedgwood is just going to reel this in and cover it up. 7:01 to go in the third period. A 3-2 lead for the Avalanche. Goal from Natchez, goal from Nelson, goal from Burns. Burns will go off. Taves and McCarr will come on. Valnichushkin, Ross Colton, Brock Nelson. Barbashev, Eichel, and Howden, but Howden can't win the draw. Back from McCarr behind his own net, patiently outwaits Ivan Barbashev. Two-time Stanley Cup champion, one time with St. Louis, one time with the Golden Knights. Loft ahead, Valnichushkin got a hip to it, so there's no icing. Nice little set play, now the Avs can go on the forecheck. Near side boards, Nichushkin digs in, down around Braden McNabb. Nichushkin off the boards to himself, rolls in front, Lindbaum able to cover up. But Nichushkin again looks at the referee, hoping for a penalty, not going to get one, but he forced that deep on his own accord. 6:36 to go in the third, face-off in the Vegas zone. Leading by one. Yes, and my text messages say now that everyone agrees who's been to a game here, says the volume is way too loud. If you can't talk to the person next to you, it's too loud. And that's not just because I'm so old, as the old saying goes. Lehkonen held up. McKinnon takes it away in the corner. Played it back to Lehkonen. Vegas steals it away. Dorofeev hacked out by Lehkonen. Good stick check there from Lehkonen. Dorofeev stays with it. He'll rim it around left to right. Marner trying to make lightning strike twice. It does not. Lehkonen, far side boards, 2-on-3 with McKinnon. Gets to the red line. He'll send it deep. McKinnon's going to get around the outside of Lazon. Lazon able to pinch it loose. And now Vegas will escape. 6 minutes to go in the third period. They're down by one. Up the middle. McCarr will tip it to the near side corner. Hacked at it again. Goes behind the net. McCarr harassed by Hurdle. Pops free for Vegas. Lazon. Shot towards the net. That's deflected wide. Taves up the far wall. Drury holds it up. He's trying to get loose. Drury back below the goal line. McCarr there first. McCarr off the window and back to center ice where Caden Korzak is waiting. 5:37 and ticking to go in the third. 3-2 Avs. Carlson spins back in his own zone. Hands it off. Korzak to the red line. No touch. Icing on Vegas. 5.5 to go in the third period. Again, a 3-2 lead for Colorado. We invite you to tune in for the Ball Corporation postgame show following the game, produced by Chris Mitchell, hosted by Mark Bertnoli. Ball Corporation all in for the Avs. Aluminum all in. Face off to the right of Lindbaum is won by the Avalanche, but it goes right to Vegas. Good stick there from Olsen. Off the near side boards, Landeskog. Shoulder to shoulder with Ben Hutton into the corner. Puck stays deep in the Vegas end. There's Solovyov with a pinch. Avs have to get numbers back. Landeskog got a stick in the way along with Solovyov. He's back in his assigned position. Vegas changing. Riley Smith just off the bench. Leaves it for White Cloud. Near side Hutton. 5 minutes to go in the third. Smith. Shot blocked. Nelson picks it up. Casually lays it off the far boards. White Cloud pressured by Nelson back in his own zone for Vegas. Golden Knights right to left here in the third. Wearing white, Nelson steals it away. In burgundy and blue. Reset time for Vegas again. Hutton, bottom of the circle. Hounded by Valnichushin. White Cloud looks ahead on the money for Carlson. He lets it go. Save made by Wedgwood. No problem. It's in the breadbasket, and we will take a timeout. 4:33 to go in the third. Avalanche 3, Golden Knights 2. This is the very loud Altitude Sports Radio Network.
This joyful sound is the No More Chemo bell at Intermountain Health St. George Hospital. And it means that Sarah Parker beat cancer. It also means her doctor spotted it early enough to treat, and that her oncologist helped her fight it every step of the way. It means that her nurse helped her keep track of medicines, and that a case manager made the whole experience just a little bit easier. Every time we hear that bell, it reminds us that all things are possible when we work together. It reminds us of the power of we. Intermountain Health.
Hey, take a look in the mirror this morning. Guys, you've worked so hard to be a journeyman electrician. I'm sure you're proud of what you do. People tell you that you're one of the best, but your pay and benefits, they don't say that. It's time for you to call my friends over at IBEW Local 68 so you can earn at least $46 per hour, plus over $20 an hour in benefits. Guys, I want you to get paid what you're worth. Call my friends at the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 68, or go online at IBEW68.com to learn more.
The only thing better than a cold, crisp, crushable beer? One that's certified carbon neutral, baby. Meet Mountain Time, the beer that makes it easy to look good, feel good, and do good for the planet. That's what we in the biz call a win-win-win. Plus, it's made by New Belgium, right here in our backyard. So I guess that's a win-win-win-win. So cheers to that. Mountain Time Lager, a proud partner of the Colorado Avalanche, and people who like to win-win-win-win while drinking a cold one.
It's the Avalanche on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
.433 to go in the third period. 3-2 is the lead for the Avalanche over the Golden Knights. Brent Burns with the goal here in the third period. His first in burgundy and blue. Passes Bobby Orr on the all-time list for points by a defenseman. Now has 11th place all to himself. Face off in the Avalanche zone. Nathan McKinnon going against Brett Howden. Howden wins it off the boards. One-timer, save made by Wedgwood. Rebound was there, couldn't cover it up. Vegas has it back. McNabb again, blocked. Falls. Pad save made by Wedgwood. McKinnon got in the way. Rolling puck, McCarr to the far corner. Now Theodore pinches. McKinnon couldn't clear. Taves interfered with. Now he'll lay a shoulder check. McKinnon steals it away into the path of Natchez. Stick handling in his own zone just relieves a little bit of pressure. Nice play by Natchez. Across the red line. He'll get it in off the stick of Shea Theodore. Continues his pursuit. Stays in his zone. Pressure from Lehkonen. Near side half wall out to center ice. As Jack Eichel with Barbashev cherry picking. Throws it in on Wedgwood. Puck stays in the zone. Knocked down by Burns. Burns for Cale McCaw, right side circle. 3:44 to go in the third. 3-2 lead for the Avs. Burns ahead for Olofsson. He'll backhand it deep. All the way behind the net. Landeskog the first one there. He's rolled over. Avalanche only have one real power play in this hockey game, by the way. Vegas plays it in. That was friendly fire. I think that hit Dorofeev in the face. Meanwhile, Drury will lift it in on Lindbaum, sets it aside. It's thrown by Olofsson. Drury turns and gets it to Landeskog. His shot deflected wide of the target. Hacked deep by Olofsson. Drury with it, tries to go up the boards. Keeps it deep, nice play. Landeskog in the corner, he's got some room. Manson a shot, and that ricochets wide. Drury trying to get there. Vegas there first. Taves forces it wide. Manson first back. 2:55 to go in the third. Manson had it blocked by Saad. Recovers. Taves off the glass. Out towards center ice. Brock Nelson on his horse. Oh boy. Again, miniature interference thrown by Korczak. And that allowed Vegas to get back first instead of Nelson. So icing on the Avalanche. 2:45 to go in the third period. A 3-2 lead for Colorado. Join us for Military Appreciation Night, November 11th at 7:30. Your Avs host the Ducks. Ticket package includes a special commemorative beanie. Grab yours at coloradoavalanche.com/theme nights. Faceoff is won by the Avalanche. Taves now for Josh Manson. Behind his own net, Manson fanned on the clearing attempt. Nelson able to recover with the help of Nichushkin. Hacks it off the boards. Korczak got in the way. We'll try the other side. Taves all the way around. Nice play to Ross Colton. Tips it just across the Vegas line. 2:27 to go in the third period. Avs leading 3-2. Stretch pass now for Carlson. Leaves it. One-timer by Smith is fanned on. Burns throws a hit. Pried loose. Avs are going to clear the zone as Arturi Lehkonen makes sure it gets across center ice and into Vegas territory. 2:10. Theodore behind his own net. Lindbaum. Ready position ahead to the bench. Drop pass. Eichel. Across his own blue line. Return pass. Hurdle. Works to the near point. There goes Lindbaum. Intercepted by Burns. Natchez joins the effort. Puck and free from McKinnon. Overskated it. Back in the corner. Hurdle again. Natchez. Uh-oh. Cale Makar. Wide open net. Bouncing puck. Does it have the accuracy? You bet it does. Oh, hail Cale. A day past 27. And Cale Makar has a 2-point night. For him, it's his 4th goal of the season, and Colorado is once again up by 2 with 98 seconds to go in the third period. And they're headed home early for the Halloween parties here in Vegas. Aisles are full, and so is the score sheet for Cale Makar. An assist on the first goal. He gets an empty netter here. It's 4-2 Avalanche. Face-off at center ice will be taken by Brock Nelson. Private eye. Wins it. Back for Josh Manson at his own blue line. Off the near board. Down to Nichushkin. Will hit it around Ben Hutt. Tracking after it is Nelson. Throws a hit in the corner. Puck stays there. Nice play. Vegas gets around the forecheck. Goes right to Manson at the red line. He'll dump it in on the left side. All the way around. Hutton took the long route. Steal there from Val Nichushkin. Has it the near side half wall. Works to the corner. Val Nichushkin sends it behind the net. Drury is there. Outlet pass denied by him. Reinhart gets a stick to it. Carried back to center by Vegas. Josh Manson will take it away. And again, slowly dump it deep into Vegas end with exactly a minute to go in the third period. 4-2 Avs. Steal here, Malinsky. Parker Kelly. Gently down the near boards. White Cloud. All the way around. Solovyov got in the way. Saad. Here right to Landeskog. That's tipped wide. Parker Kelly. Got it back to the point, Malinsky. Over for Solovyov. He lets it go. Save made. Rebound was there for Parker Kelly. But he fanned on the open net. Now Vegas sends it ahead. Hit thrown on Brandon Saad. Carlson will get the loose puck in the corner. Got around to check Carlson. Throws it in front. Avs got in the way. Korczak at the half wall. Down into the corner. Saad overskated. Landeskog with it. 2-on-2 through the neutral zone. Landeskog and Sam Malinsky run into each other, and Vegas takes it away. 13 seconds left. Avs stop it at the red line. Vegas going backwards. 7 seconds to go. They're just going to hang on to it. It's a foregone conclusion. And you hear the Avs fans in attendance cheering a 4-2 win for Colorado. The Avalanche haven't played on Halloween, for 23 years. And when they do here in 2025, it's a 4-2 win over the Vegas Golden Knights. Not scary whatsoever. Colorado improves to 7-1-4, 18 points, and they'll try and do it again tomorrow in San Jose. When we come back, Chris Mitchell and Mark Bertinoli will take over in the NHL Today studios with the Ball Corporation postgame show. Scores and highlights from this game and around the world of sports. We'll also hear from an Avalanche player. Again, our next broadcast will be tomorrow afternoon, live from the Shark Tank in San Jose. Face-off will be at 1 p.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Mountain Time. Our broadcast begins at 1:30 Mountain Time. But for Ray Regal, Chris Mitchell, Mark Bertinoli, I'm Connor McGahey. Thanks for listening. Avs beat the Golden Knights in Vegas by a final of 4-2. Until tomorrow, stay out of the box. God bless and happy trails from the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
This has been Colorado.